Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. And today we are talking about so many topics that have happened. We're talking about the Europa matches that played this week, the games, teams that won and did not win. And we're going to talk about the controversial topic discussed by or mentioned by the Chelsea new owner, Tom Bowling, in reference to Americanizing the UK sports in terms of football. Joining me today is our soul man representing Houston Red Army, the positive one. Joe, welcome to the show, mate.
What's up?
And we have Vim representing UK, the analyst. Welcome to the show, mate.
What's up?
Right. We all saw the Europa games. We saw the European games. Liverpool won the game. Liverpool won I think it's the first win after getting hammered and trounced 4-1. They played a very good Ajax side and got a 2-1 victory out of that. Man City, Ireland on target. Is this the missing puzzle for Man City to win the Champions League? Or they're still going to crumble. We'll see. And in terms of Manutd got the first victory today, the first victory in the Europa League, 2-0 against FC Sheriff, which we thought was which sounded like more of a police station, FC Sheriff. Me and Benz did the preview, and Benz predicted a 3-0 or 2-0 victory, if I recall, at the time. Right. Anyway, someone's got to kindly mute it, please.
I'll be Bims.
Yes. Thank you. So, Vim, you saw the European games. Man City won. Chelsea drew, I think, or did they lose? I can't remember.
They drew. They drew because it was Graham Potter's first game.
Right.
And he said he was like, it was his first Champions League game.
His first Champions League ever. Oh, God.
This is his first ever Champions League game.
First ever Champions League.
Wow. In at the deep end.
And
because that's not his league. That's not his category, but it is what it is.
I mean, bro, come on, though. Serious, that's such a very, British thing to do, though. I mean, I get it. But to never, you can imagine he's been afforded the opportunity to go to a Champions League game. How do you not go to not a single one? And I don't know, it seems odd.
Mate, you don't know how some people just cut off a certain part. Like if I'm not involved, I don't get it. It is what it is. Right. Liverpool won. Man City won. The Man City you're seeing now, how different do you see them from last season's Man City? Vim.
Yeah, well, they've played without a striker for so long, and their system allows it. And they probably didn't even need someone like Haaland, but now they've gone and get him. They've shown their might. They've shown their prowess in the market, how much financial backing they've got, how much the owners are willing to spend. They go and get the biggest beast in world football in terms of striking. He is the best out there. Right. And so I think it's a real statement of intent. I think Pep is after that forbidden fruit, which is the Champions League trophy at Man City. And I think once he's achieved that, he may then contemplate, well, I've got everything I possibly want in England. Won the Premier League so many times, won all the other trophies so many times. It was the only elusive trophy that was missing, which was the Champions League. I think that they'll probably get it this year. They've got a good chance. And with a beast like Haaland up front, who's just got a real poacher's eye for goal, I think they could be potential favourites. So,
didn't they play Borussia? They played Borussia Dortmund, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I saw the way the guy who did this side pass with the side of his foot, and Haaland just in between two players, just that was beautiful.
Yeah. That's the thing. He's a real good poacher, isn't he? I mean, he's big, and you wouldn't think someone so big and lanky like that, 6'4", would move with so much agility.
Right. But
he just seems to sniff out the goals, and he's always in the right place.
He scored again today.
He's quite a good striker, and unfortunately, I wish I could say the same about Ronaldo. And I don't know. I think Ronaldo's slowing a little bit. Just seems to be slowing a little bit.
I think I'm not going to say it's going to be as fast, but I just think you could see he's lacking sharpness. Because I think that whole preseason was a big miss. But from what Ten Hag was saying on the press conference, he seems that Moreno is getting back, and from what he was dropping hints that United are going to go to the transfer market in January, and
to get that guy from Napoli.
Right. If
Osimhen.
Ronaldo leaves,
Osimhen.
but there's also available. There's also
Mm.
money available if Ronaldo stays. So they're gonna have 100 if he leaves, 70 if
70
he
if he doesn't, yeah. And I think Napoli want about 100 million for Osimhen,
doesn't.
with maybe Ronaldo
Yo.
going in the other direction.
Yeah, if you guys
I
thought
have a feeling
Nigerians,
Ronaldo's gonna stay.
if you guys thought Nigerians were gassed when we got Igalo, if we signed Osimhen, we're gonna be out of control, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out of control.
In what sense?
Oh, Nigerians follow wherever the Nigerian players
He's
play. They
Nigerian,
become.
yeah.
But do you think he'd be a good addition to the club?
I think so.
I've not seen enough of him, mate.
I think so.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think he'll be an addition. I think I mean he's got he's got pace. He's strong,
tall,
athletic,
tall, athletic, and he'll give defenders a good game.
So
yeah,
let me cut you there. How
very
good?
physical.
How different is he from our boy Lukaku?
Much better.
Lukaku,
Much better movement. Much better movement than Lukaku. Much better touch, like what Joe said. And I think pace. I think I'm gonna give him. I think he might be faster than Lukaku too. He's more of a nuisance than Lukaku.
Okay.
He's more of a he's a big nuisance to the defenders. He's a big nuisance.
he's much better than Lukaku. Lukaku is slow,
he's
man.
better than Lukaku.
I mean, prime Lukaku.
Lukaku's not slow.
I've never rated Lukaku. He's just like a bigger version of Rashford. That you give him a big space to run into, he'll run after that ball, and he's he can barge people off. But I've not seen him as the most skillful player.
So this Oshimi guy has
Lukaku wasn't skillful.
quality on the ball.
He's more. I'll put. He's more deadlier than Lukaku. He has his movement is much better than Lukaku. I think he's faster than Lukaku. I think he's more physical than Lukaku.
Oh, dang.
But I will say Lukaku is still a better
experienced poacher.
Experienced, like better striker than him right now. But he has the potential if he continues. He's just more of a nuisance, man. You just don't want to play against him.
Right.
I wouldn't break the bank for him though. I'm saying that. I'm saying that as a fan.
I don't think he's worth the money that they're trying to.
How old is this guy?
I don't know. He's probably mid-20s. He's not even. He's not close to 30. I don't think.
Okay. So we also the Europa League this week, and we saw Manutd get the first points on the board. Me and Bems did a preview the night before. Bems' lineup was literally identical, but two players, I think, off.
Well, I can't.
Osimhen will be 24 in December, by the way.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah. So I can't remember my lineup, but I can't remember what exactly I said, but I know my prediction. I predicted 2-0.
Yeah, you're on point for that one.
I predicted 2-0, but I wasn't surprised with the lineup that he went with, because we're not playing we're not playing tomorrow this weekend, so only makes sense to give his
Quick question: where's this crystal ball you have? Where is it?
So Joe, what did you think of United's performance against FC Sheriff?
It was not bad.
Professional.
Control the ball, very professional game. Defensively, very sound. I don't think they had a shot on goal till like the second half or so. But obviously it would have been. But they had the potential to hurt us. So having that back line was vital to us getting that clean sheet. There's no way we're getting that clean sheet with Maguire or Lindelof back there. I mean,
That's
it
cold.
is what it is. It is what it is, man. Because when we see him come in, like in the second halves and shit, like there's obviously a change, like he's got to see it. he has to, so he's being honest with himself.
Right.
But overall, good, solid. Glad to see Ronaldo got the penalty straight down the middle.
Yeah, you saw the way that everyone ran to him to give him his confidence. Maybe I hope that kickstart him. Vim,
that shit ain't gonna make him run faster though.
Nah, he's never gonna run faster, man. He's old. He's old. He's 30. He's gonna be 38. It's not.
And I think right now he's overthinking a lot of plays. Like whenever he gets those through balls, he doesn't like Ronaldo from 3 years ago. His first touch, top bins. Like he don't care. But now he's like, I guess maybe because he feels like because his chances are so little now, he has to make the best possible shot.
I don't.
A lot of times.
No, go ahead, Joe. I'll say something when you finish. Go ahead.
But a lot of times he just needs to first touch that and just make an attempt at goal.
Yeah, I will say I don't. Ten Hag was saying that Ronaldo is not fit.
Yeah, and he's not. You can see he's not. So he's not 100%.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think. I think. Yeah, I think it all stems down with his fitness. His fitness and sharpness is not quite there yet. Because I mean, the thing that I want to say is that I don't like. Like, okay, I would say this: fans shouldn't just write off Ronaldo, man, just like that, because he's proven year after year.
I don't know who's written him off.
That he can do this.
I haven't.
Nobody's writing him off.
But I don't. I think he's not the player he used to be.
No,
but
no one is.
But Ronaldo, if you give him those chances, he finishes those chances. Like we know that. So if he's not finishing, then there's something going on. I just don't think he's up to full fitness yet. Ten Hag said it. So let's give Ronaldo till a good October.
No, you know I'll say December.
Yeah, October, November. Then let's see where it's at.
The thing is, Bems, you know, with AX teams and Ten Hag teams, they require a lot of running. It's a very high energy team. You know, they tend to outrun the opponents. They're fitter than the opponents.
Right.
And I think because Ronaldo missed out in the preseason, he's not had a chance to get his fitness levels up. And also he's not able to learn the system as much as the other players have. And so people think he was being frozen out because of all this hoo-ha about him leaving. But I really do think that Ten Hag has played it quite well, because he just really hasn't been there for preseason. He's missed the most important part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it's Rashford has been there, Sancho's been there. They've had a good preseason. Martial's been there, and they're younger and they're fitter. And I think Ronaldo's fitness is going to really come into question. I mean, he looks shredded. He looks in prime, supreme fitness. Bro. But I think it's the running aspect.
I see a lot of fatigue in his face.
Yeah. Yeah, you
and he's breathing heavy. Did you see his breathing heavy as well?
Yeah, he's breathing heavy. Yeah. I don't know if maybe things will be better when it gets cooler, but I don't know what the temperature is like. What's the temperature like in England right now?
It's not cold,
in England.
It's
getting cold. It's getting quite cool now.
Yeah. It's his fitness, man. He missed the preseason.
Yeah.
Ten Hag requires. See, the Ten Hag ball is different from anything that we've played on the Ole, on the Ragnick, on the Mourinho. It is completely different. It requires, just like what Vim said, it requires a lot of running. And Ronaldo, I don't even think the players, not even Ronaldo, I don't even think the rest of the team is even up to the pace that Ten Hag really wants yet.
Because that's why I think that's why we're not playing. We're still playing kind of like counter-attackish a bit. We're not playing camp and squeeze them in the corners. Because remember, Vim, you always emphasize that the way Ten Hag that they set traps and push and pin you in your own box. You can't come out. But that's not what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and they set traps from the front three, and Ronaldo has to be part of that. Right. And he's unfortunately he's not. But when they play with the front three, you've got Jadon Sancho needs to put a bit more effort in as well. But Martial is helped with that, and so is Rashford. And to give credit due to Rashford, where it's due. Yes, we know he's been suffering in terms of his form, but his work rate I think has been helped making up for it really.
Right.
But yeah, they do set traps right at the front, and he keeps emphasizing that we attack as a team and defend as a team, but it starts right at the front. And I think Ronaldo he's gonna have to learn that.
So were you guys satisfied with the performance? Oh, go on, Ben.
I thought. Sorry, go on, Bibbs.
No, I'll just say real quick. I don't think that we, even though fitness levels are not there, I still don't think that Ten Hag has. I still don't think that this whole team can play the way Ten Hag really wants to play, regardless of the fitness levels. The fitness levels, if the fitness levels was up there, we would play. We would see a bit more. But I think Ten Hag still, because we still don't have all the players that can keep the ball. Playing the Ten Hag system, regardless of fitness, you need players that will hold on to the ball and protect the ball. Eriksen is one of them, right? Eriksen is one of them that will hold the ball. I mean, obviously, Varane and Martinez, typical example. They'll keep the ball. I think Malacia is one of them that can hold the ball too. But in your midfield, McTominay is not the type of person that's gonna hold the ball all the time. He's even though he's playing better.
Good. He's been playing.
He's been getting better. He's been getting better.
Some players gave him 9.
Bruno. Bruno is not a very Bruno. Bruno could be wasteful. I think that is something.
You think he's reduced a bit now than he used to be?
He's reduced. He has reduced, but you still see it in him. Eriksen is the best person in that midfield that can hold the ball. Ten Hag is still missing a midfielder that is gonna transform the way he plays, and I think that's why not Donny van de Beek. I think that's why he wanted De Jong. De Jong was crucial to the way he wants to play.
I'm
also,
eager to see how good this guy is.
Rashford is not someone that's going to take care of the ball either. I know he likes Rashford and all that stuff. He likes his space, but Rashford is not one that's going to take care of the ball. Sancho is a Ten Hag player. Sancho is playing okay, but he's not playing very well right now because we're playing more counterattack. Sancho is a player that you want when you're playing the Ten Hag system, when you're camped in the opponent's box and trying to probe. So I still think he's missing that, like the pieces of the puzzle are not complete yet either. So it's gonna, before we see a Ten Hag system that is fully fledged Ten Hag, like attacking like 70% possession.
Right.
That's gonna take at least I would say 2 years, man. We're still away from that. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to see it full complete this season. I'll be surprised.
So by then, he would have gotten rid of certain players and moved them on and acquired a bit more of his own style of technical players. So, Joe, yes or no, you were happy with United's performance? I mean, it was the result that was important. If United had lost that game, the headline. United won and still it was very poor performance. It's like you can't win or lose. The most important thing was the 3 points. What did you say? Summarize that for me quickly, Joe, in reference to what did United do what was required?
Yeah, they sure did. Went there. That's a professional game, away game in freaking Moldova. I'm sure the pitch wasn't optimal, but went there, took care of the job, and came back with 3 points. On to the next one. Strong team. It's unfortunate. We're going to be like the most out of shape team coming back to the freaking international break because we haven't played 2 weeks Premier League. Everybody's got, except Crystal Palace. I think theirs got postponed as well.
Yeah, that was due to a rail strike that was already postponed. There's rail strike in UK.
It's going on right now?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Hey, cheers to America. We can avoid our rail strikes.
Oh, please. Vim, your thought, summarize, were you happy with United's performance? I mean, did they do what they needed to do?
I mean, I think it was a game they couldn't really lose. If they had, it would have been quite embarrassing considering the amount of money they've spent on that squad. FC Sheriff was only set up in 1996.
Damn.
Started in the B League of Moldova. Rose up, had a sponsor who was a policeman, and Sheriff turned out to be one of their sponsors. So that's how they got the name Sheriff.
Right.
But
sound like a police station.
Yeah.
I mean, their logo is a badge.
And
exactly.
And the logo.
It's almost like it's like a club you'll see in a game or something, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Like a made-up club.
Yeah.
But what I saw, I mean, the second half, I think they really controlled the game, and having Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno in that central role, I think is the future of this club for now.
Right.
A temporary future, but it is the team that needs to go forward, because there you see a real creativity and real defensive solidity. especially with Varane and Martinez behind them. I think those guys have to start. You know, McTominay has been putting a lot more effort in, but he still lacks. Fred, we've seen how bad he can be, and he was pretty bad in that other game just recently. So those three, I think will be a good solid trio in midfield. But what I saw in that second half is that they really controlled that game. They really controlled it, and I think that's what Ten Hag wants.
And
that matters. Yeah, it was good control, so they completely dominate that game in the second half. But what's missing is the goals. Right. I think in that second half we should have got a couple. We should get a couple more goals because those if we have that type of control against those low-ranking teams, Man City would just destroy them. You know, you'd see like 7 goals scored, and I think that's what we're missing.
I see your point.
Missing the goals.
Right. Okay. Bems, you believe it was a good result? They did a professional job. Did what was required.
Yeah. It was a good result. It was we needed that win after we lost the first one. I think I mean my only thing is it would be nice to start seeing us put in teams to bed, like scoring a lot more than just a 2-goal difference. But it was a good performance, and it's good that Ten Hag played a team that pretty much is best 11, I'll say, because that team won't be playing for a while, for another 2 weeks, because they're going on an international break. So,
so do we not have another Europa game next week? No.
Well,
don't we have Europa on Thursday?
No. Wait, hold on. There is.
Is there?
I need to check. I need to check.
Oh, so we have another Europa game next Thursday.
I'm not sure.
We're playing Man City on the 2nd of October.
Yep, that's our first Premiership game.
That's the next game.
Next Premiership game.
But during this week,
there's no Europa League.
No Europa
League this week, right?
No, 6th of October.
What about Champions League?
Champions League, that's next year.
Oh, they're ready. That's it for next year? No.
Are you talking about Champions League for us? No. Champions League for us is next year.
Champions League for us.
Hopefully next year.
Hopefully.
I mean, any fixtures?
I was talking about the Champions League fixtures. Because I thought City are playing this week, Champions League game. Not this week, next week. Sorry.
No, their next game is against us.
Dang.
No. I mean Champions League.
In any European games.
There are no Champions League games next Tuesday or Wednesday.
And
there's UEFA. There's UEFA Nations League on Wednesday.
Oh,
Scotland v
break starts.
Yes, Scotland v Ukraine.
They play the Champions League game the Wednesday after they play us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
We all heard. We all saw it. We've seen this coming for a while. Chelsea American owner Tom Bowling had a press conference in America recently and said he would like the Premier League, which was created over 100 years ago, to start playing a North and South region, kind of like a West Coast, East Coast, which was laughable. But at the point, it was actually annoying, and I was happy that Klopp shut it down. Like, what is wrong with them? But these were the things that Tuchel was a bit skeptical about, of working with American owners who have no clue. This is no disrespect, but at the same time, you can't just, because you own a club, you're just going to change the whole culture. That it's all about making money. Yeah, but hello. So it's about tradition against modernization. Vimo, where do you stand on this? Kay, can you go vertical, horizontal for us, please?
There you go. Yeah.
Can you go wider?
There you go, okay.
Is there a way you could go horizontal? You're vertical.
I don't know what's happening.
It's done now. Yeah.
Yo,
it's good. That's fine.
Kay
Yeah.
is having a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to raise an IT support ticket.
He's having technical issues today.
Open a ticket with Joe.
Open a ticket.
Soccer would like your help desk. Ticket 001. INC incident 001.
Your operator Joe will be with you in 1 minute.
Yeah.
You are number 2 on the line in the queue. Right, Vim, gone.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Tom Bolin mentioned about Americanizing the British standard by making it like a north and south football game.
Yeah.
What the hell is this brother what's this guy talking about?
He's talking dollars, man. Dollars. He needs to make more dollars to pay off his massive debt to buy the club. It's just a promotional thing, isn't it? Like the Super League. They just want to put more games in and maximize their revenue. I mean, you know, any opportunity to monetize the sport. Can you
see that working in the North and South?
You know,
that's not even working well. If that was probably like 90, 80 years ago, that thing is literally
it'll be like Game of Thrones on the football field. From all those up ye north.
I know.
But, you know, the thing is,
it actually
sorry.
go on, Vim. No, go ahead.
Look, you know, the thing is, football is entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And if you can start putting together some kind of mini league or some extra games to generate revenue, generate more interest, you know, maybe they'll start tapping into a new audience. You know, the North v South divide.
They already tapped into any audience available. There's
I
nothing
know.
more to be tapped.
But the thing is, there might be people out there who just haven't tapped into football yet, and maybe this will be another selling and marketing opportunity. You never know. They'll tap into whatever marketing they can and make more money out of it. So if it brings more spectators to sport, okay, fine. Maybe it's a good thing. Who knows? Sorry, Joe.
I don't even think it'll work as far as like just in a pure soccer, just in a pure football sense, because the biggest and most profitable teams are in the South. So they have a better pool of players that they will be putting up for that All-Star game. You don't have that many big clubs in the North. So their best All-Stars is gonna be nothing compared to you're picking top players from all teams from London, you know, Manchester. I mean, like it's just
Manchester is not
north.
Manchester's north.
Okay,
so that's the divide. Yeah.
All the London clubs.
Yeah. So it would be north. I would think north have their dominance.
So where is the Mason-Dixon line in England? Like where is
basically
the line
it's like old England. It's like old England. You know when
it's
they divide.
Old.
It's I know it's old, but you know, like medieval times when they divided England to the rest of the country. So England is basically, you know, South and London. And then everything up north is going to be Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham.
Now Birmingham
is where the wall was. Birmingham is where the wall was. So Birmingham was created.
But all the Manchester, Liverpool,
I thought that was Edinburgh.
Glasgow.
Well,
Scotland.
Yeah.
That's Scotland.
So I would think North would win it.
North will
considering City,
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
United.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the line does not include, if the line puts Manchester and Liverpool up top, then yes.
Yeah.
But if it puts Liverpool and Manchester in the South,
Liverpool have never been considered South.
No,
in England they are not considered South at all.
Everything in London is South.
Yeah.
So all the London teams, Palace,
West Ham,
Brighton,
Spurs,
Arsenal.
Southampton is South.
Joe,
Southampton is South. Yeah.
What about
Liverpool's
Sheffield?
like 40 minutes away from Manchester. It's not even far.
No, just there's Lancashire.
Kay, you're in the north, aren't you?
Yeah, I used to go to Liverpool quite a lot. So like Liverpool, Blackburn, Preston, Burnley.
Yeah, that's all up north.
Preston, they're all like within like an hour's drive.
Are you in the north now?
No, I'm still down south, but yeah, I still go back up there quite a bit.
What about Sheffield?
Sheffield's Midlands.
Well,
it's just above the Midlands. It's just above the Midlands.
Yeah, so who would the Midlands go for then? Where would they play?
Exactly. I think
or maybe they could be the referees.
I think they'll be near.
Put Midlands as referees.
They could be the ball boys.
Yeah, or the ball boys.
Yeah. So Joe, now that you've seen the geography, that whole northern and south region is just not comprehensible.
It's a no-brainer, yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Bems, go horizontal for us, please. Horizontal, please. Yeah. Okay, I see you can't go horizontal. You're having issues already, so we'll just leave it.
Yeah, every time I put a picture, it's messing about for some reason.
See, the thing is, K's phone's horizontal, but his orientation is the other way around. It's like you have to physically turn your camera because as you look at
that's what I've had to do today. Yeah, but normally it doesn't do that. Normally it's all right. Yeah. I don't know what's happened today.
Yeah.
I think it's the Queen's funeral. They're having an effect on people's phones.
Ben, can you go horizontal for us? You can't hear us. Okay,
Joe, man, you got your work cut out today. Two technical support cases, man.
So, Joe, so now that you know the geographical structure of UK, you can see so it's north and south. So it's like these all-star games. There's no space in the fixture for these all-star games. I mean, Vim is saying about because it makes money, but it's not comprehensive.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just trying to understand it and why they're doing it.
Right.
You know, but we are playing devil's advocate. You know, what are the benefits? What are the pros and cons of this? And I'm just trying to see what's his reasoning behind it. Maybe they could put it in the summer. Maybe the footballers get paid a lot of money and do nothing in the summer. Maybe do it in the summertime.
A lot of times those guys are playing tournaments in the summer.
Yeah,
you got the tours. Like
pre-season.
They got too much.
Footballers have the smallest vacation between seasons I've ever seen.
But I think pre-season is fairly quiet though, isn't it? And it's a good chance for them to get their fitness up.
Pre-season is tough for footballers, man.
Okay, can you turn around your well, look, we'll just take it like this. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think it's going to take off. I don't think it'll happen.
It's not because
they're planting the seed. They're planting the seed. I think with the new generation, the kids, they'll love things like that. The ones that do the FIFA Ultimate Packs and that.
You know what they might be doing?
Generation, we're too tribal. Because nowadays you got fans that like kids follow footballers. So if Ronaldo went to Real Madrid, they follow Ronaldo to Real Madrid. Then they'll follow him to United. Whereas when us as fans, we follow one club. Whereas nowadays, kids follow players.
True. Even in the US, I think they do that too. Some people followed LeBron from Cleveland to Heat and to Lakers. Talk about Lakers, the same owners of Chelsea own Lakers as well. I didn't even know that until recently.
Yeah.
So do you know what they could be doing though? They could be just testing the market.
Yes.
So they just put it out there, saying how do people respond to it, and if it's a bad idea, then forget it. Let's axe it.
I mean, all-star games, cheerleaders and shaking the pom poms and
I don't mind that part. That's all right. That sounds interesting.
You know what's crazy though? You can go to NFL games. That's the last thing you're looking at. I am there to watch a football
You're not into your pom
bro.
poms.
Nah, man. Like when it comes to sports,
give me an A, a B, a 1, 2,
I couldn't.
And
I could not
take
care
this
less.
thing serious, mate. It's ain't no joke. It's the cheerleaders are like it's another league on its own. They have cheerleaders competition.
I don't even watch the halftime shows. Like during when you go to stadiums, do you guys even have halftime shows?
No. We just have mascots.
That's the gun. You have a mascot, but that's the time to go and get your bodies, mate.
Or they'll do like a competition where kids will take a penalty or like
or people can win money.
Well, they just water the pitch, don't they? Half time.
Yeah, they water the pitch half time.
And
that's when you're gonna have your bevvies. Not watching some girl doing an A and a B and a 2.
So Joe, even if they did, give me a J, give me O, you still wouldn't be interested.
Could not care less, man. Okay, so wait a minute. If my team was winning, right? Maybe, but if we're losing, that's the last.
You know, the cheerleaders are dressed in those nice, small mini skirts and they're very athletic. The first people were the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They set the standard, all the same height. They literally look like a clone of each other. The same height, same smile. Everything is to the T. I don't need all of that in the UK in European football.
You got to remember. In the UK, at halftime, even before the halftime, that's when people go and get their beers. Like in America, they go around and give you popcorn and snacks.
Yeah, they bring the beers to you.
Yeah, in the UK, you've got to go from your seat and go to the concourse.
Oh, there's no like beer guys?
No, mate.
No, man. It's not all this stuff that Taboli stuff. It's not gonna work, man.
Mate.
All I can say is good luck, Chelsea fans. That's all I can say. Good luck, Chelsea, because
I can see them always in America, always touring California for exhibition games. They probably set up again Lakers against Chelsea for entertainment.
This Taboli guy might be the Glazers 2.0. You just never know.
Mate.
So
Yo,
just good luck, Chelsea fans.
Klopp was like, "What's next? The Harlem Globetrotters gonna show up?" He was right, man. It's like, yo,
true.
why not?
It
Why
is
not?
true. This is what we're
Turn this
saying.
up.
Americanization, modernization, and tradition.
The thing is, you know, the problem is, right? It's the player wages, man. It's the cost of these games and the cost of the players. They need to generate revenue. Again, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But they need to
As we
raise more
always do.
money. Yeah, but they need
No,
to
that's
raise more
true.
money, right?
Yeah, they can raise money by you come right. Okay, when you play, it's 38 season game, right? So sorry, 38 game season, and then at the end of the season, your goal is to try and fight for a European spot. You get a European spot, you get more money, you get more television rights or whatever, and that's more money to your club. And then the further you go in competitions, there's more money come to your club. So if you run you run your club right, your business right, try and strive for those positions so you get more money. And if you're trying to generate more money, then you do that. You can also increase your commercial side of things, right? Like the way United, like what Ed Woodward did for us. The things you can do in to generate is in more. But as far as the traditional is in football, the way it is in the UK, you don't change the core. The core should stay the same. The competition should stay the same.
100%.
We play enough games already, man. All this stuff they're trying to do is just
on top
BS.
of the European games and the
Yeah.
cup games.
But it's a massive commercial enterprise. Have a guess what Man United's total salary is per year
I don't know.
for 2022. Have a guess. Anyone?
Per year?
400 million?
Yeah, per year.
400
Oh
million?
yeah, it's Ronaldo alone is like 20-some million, so that takes up a huge chunk. So
300?
probably
just players.
like 300
Just
300 million.
Close. Players 212 million per year.
Yeah, but that,
213.
Vim, do you know how much Man United make from every home game?
Okay, give us
No.
the figure. What's the figure?
Guess how much?
4 million.
Just from ticket sales or from
4 million.
TV revenue?
I think
4
I
million.
think it's the tickets. 4 million a game.
So
But in ticket sales.
Every home game.
Oh,
every home game.
Ticket
oh,
sales.
every home game. So
Every
that's 38. That's 38.
Yeah.
That's
So
38
That's
19
with
home games.
TV,
19 home games is 76 million.
And that's without
Pounds.
television. That's without
That's without
shirt
television.
sales.
Just the
Because what a lot of clubs in the Premier League, they're saying that half
These
of their
motherfuckers
money,
they're
half of their
greedy,
revenue.
man.
I'm
Greedy.
telling you.
I know, but I think players are greedy as well. I think player wages are just way too high.
Yes, I agree.
And
Wait a
I think,
minute,
you know,
no, but
personally, if you were a
hold on.
football club owner,
See, me, I don't personally think Harry Maguire is greedy. The market decided
he's just taking
how much
advantage.
well, no, that'd be Phil Jones, right?
Yeah.
I there's a lot of players out like Jack
Phil
Grealish.
Jones.
I don't think Jack Grealish said there's no way I'm signing unless you pay me this amount of money. Jack Grealish would have left and gone to City for half that amount of money.
True.
So I'm not 100. You know,
But
of course,
it's
there's
the
certain
agents who
players.
negotiate this. Don't forget.
Well, he had the
Agents.
release clause paid. Once a release clause is paid, you can go. I mean, I think he's completely underused anyway, Jack Grealish. I don't think he should have gone to City.
He won the league though.
Yeah, but being on the bench. He was
He got medal at the end of the season.
Yeah, but he's
when
one of
He's
the
got a
best
trophy.
players in England,
Medals.
and he's a bench warmer.
How many games he's gonna play?
Yeah.
I think one of the best players in English should not be a bench warmer at City.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, he's winning trophies. He's winning.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it depends on what his goals are. If he wants
cost?
to win trophies, that's the cost.
I know, but like Rooney being the best player in England for that period of time, if he had gone to a club and just sat on the bench, don't you think it'd be a complete waste of talent? Jack Grealish is an amazing player. He should be at a club where he's playing every week.
Yes, again, Rooney was a better player than Jack Grealish is.
And the age that
Okay.
But here's the one thing, Vin.
Hold on. Kay, respond to Vimo's.
Yeah, you got to look at the age Rooney was when he broke through, and he was winning from a young age. Grealish is almost 28, I think. So he's thinking, I've not got a lot of time left, so I've got to try and win things.
100%. You got to understand.
And he's not that good.
Players these days.
27.
Any real player, right? Well, go on,
You don't think it's good, Joe? Jack Grealish? I think it's a brilliant player.
He's a very good player.
He's good.
When he comes off England,
I think the English media and the price on his head has elevated this gentleman to a status in which he has not proven
But
just yet. He's a good player. I get it.
Did you
He's
watch him in the
player.
Euros? That as soon as he came on, he changed that game every single time.
He's a good player. But of course,
KU
he's not even
seen
good
it.
enough. He's not good enough for Pep Guardiola.
Do you know what it is, Joe?
Pep is stockpiling. Pep
Do
is
you know what it is,
stockpiling.
though, with Jack Grealish? When you watched him for Villa, he's a player that gets on the ball, has loads of touches. In a Pep team, you can't play like that.
Can't play like that.
It's pop it off.
That's why he shouldn't have gone there. It was a bad move.
No, but
he would have had
to win.
Remember,
See,
he went.
If he's gone there for the trophies,
he was
fair
happy
enough.
at Villa. He was happy at Villa.
Yeah.
It's his home club.
If you what,
but Man City wanted
on
him, and he knew
If
that
you
ability
watch-
to win titles.
You
Everyone
gotta remember,
wants to win
a
something.
lot of people want to go and play for Pep. So in his head, he's thinking, this is one of the best coaches. He's not just thinking about winning. He's thinking, I can go and play with one of the best coaches ever around.
Yeah,
that's another
and
thing.
improve his game too. If you watch Vibe, okay, there was something that Rio Ferdinand was saying. He said it in his YouTube channel. He said that like he had to sacrifice parts of his game, right? So he can win trophies. You know what I'm saying? Because he was all about if he hasn't done one or two things like a dribble,
he used to play for Leeds,
then he's not complete. So he decided, he made that choice, like, okay, I'm going to Man United, but I have to, but in order for me to win, I have to adjust my game because
100%.
he wanted to win trophies.
Yeah.
That's
like
what
Rooney
players
with Ronaldo.
Exactly, like Rooney with Ronaldo. Yeah. Rooney sacrificed parts of his game so Ronaldo can go through because Ronaldo was the main man. Basically, he was the guy that was scoring the goals. He was
so Tevez and Rooney
that were Fergie's guys.
Yeah,
exactly. So Tevez and Rooney sacrificed his game so Ronaldo can get more shine, and then they score more goals. We want more trophies. It's all relative, man. It's what you're trying to achieve as a player. If you want to just be all about you could stay at Villa. Like really could stay at Villa and just be the main guy.
But you're not going to win nothing
over there.
In today's society, I think even the young players coming through now, they all still want to win something because end of the day, right? Money comes, money goes. You have your Lamborghini, which they could buy with 2 weeks' wages. Some of them could be buying 1 week's wage. They could buy a Lamborghini. But when you retire from the game, you open your cabinet and there's nothing there to show nothing.
Harry Kane.
Exactly. Harry Kane.
I think he'll still win some. I think with this
stage of
Spurs, with the way
okay, you don't think he's gonna win anything on the
Conte? No way.
With
Conte,
really?
With Conte, I think they're gonna win trophy.
The league,
I don't know. I think not the league though. They could win a cup. They could win a cup.
At least a trophy, a FA Cup.
Do you know what it is? Now Ten Hag's there. You got Ten Hag, you got Klopp, you got Guardiola. It's a lot of competition. Yeah. And City have got 2 teams. Like City have been to the final. City have got 2 teams. They're cheated. They cheated in the Premier League. They've got Haaland. That's like a. He's like a. What's it called? They've gone to the future and brought in.
That guy's a cheat, man. He's a cheat. He's a cheat by himself.
Haaland is basically Haaland and City. That's basically what it was when like you had the Golden State Warriors and then KD joined them. Yeah. Like, are you serious? Are you taking him?
So really? It's just like you said, accumulating stockpiling stars just to remain dominant. I mean, it is what it is. But see, if you look at the American style of sports, you have Joe can help me out here because I'm not so great in all that. In basketball, they have East Coast and West Coast, right? Isn't that the same thing having American football, so East and West, kind of?
Yeah, East and Western Conference.
Right.
Yeah.
But in American football, right,
well, you got
just
North,
have
East,
and
South,
West.
Yeah, you have North, East, South, West.
Oh,
and in Americans in football, you have different leagues. Actually, you have the National League. No. I said American football. American style football.
It's different leagues. It's different leagues. Yeah.
In pigskin, I believe in baseball is the same thing. It's a league that has 2 leagues, the American League and the National League. And each league can have teams in the West and Eastern part of the country. So like, let's say like New York City. New York City has the New York Yankees, right? That's part of the American League. But the New York Mets, who's in Queens, about 30 minutes away, right? That's in the National League. You know, they play. So the Yankees and the Mets can meet in the World Series in the final.
In the American series, because there's no other world team playing with them. That World Series.
That doesn't happen.
Because it's only America. We can call it World Series. I'm always find like really.
It's kind of similar in similar in the NFL because you have the NFC, you have the AFC, and each and under the NFC you have like 4 different conferences or four different you have North, East, South, West. The same thing with the AFC, you have North, East, South, West, and in each of those North, East, South, West you have 4 teams. So it's really crazy. So at the end of the day, it's one team from the NFC, one team in the AFC that's going to meet in the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't see how you translate that to the UK though. It's just not going to work, man.
It's the other thing with that All-Star game in the UK is how are the players going to get paid? Are they going to get bonuses? Where are they going to host the games? If a player gets injured, who's going to pay the club the compensation?
It's probably not going to be competitive, bro. It's probably going to seem like a Harlem Globetrotter game.
Yeah,
it really is. It's going to be like a testimonial, and I can see that. I can see that maybe make a whole weekend out of it because they can. Like the thing that I like about the NBA All-Star game and a lot of the NFL All-Star game, the day before, like on a Saturday, they do the skills events, right? I don't care about the main game, but I like the skills event. I would like to see a tournament where each team picks one player and they do like a post competition. No, like how many people can hit the post?
Oh, like crossbar challenge.
Or
people
cross challenge.
People won't watch that though. Yeah. People won't pay to watch that.
Oh, wait! I would pay good money to watch our top players in that tournament. Come on, I would pay pay-per-view to watch that.
But like I said,
what?
Why are we trying to do that?
It's a waste of time, man. It's not going to work, man. We play too many games already. What time?
Yeah, it's not going to work.
But you also look at this.
You got World Cup. It's ridiculous. It's not going to work.
And look at it this way. That's just the league. What of the cup game? The
FA Cup,
the FA Cup, the European teams. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah, he mentioned he tried to do it under the guys to make it seem like he was trying to raise money for the lower leagues.
Yeah,
but if you want to, if
he's thinking about his own pocket,
he's thinking about his own pocket. It's weird too because a lot of these guys don't understand the reason why the British Premier League is the most popular league in the world is because there is something about this British interpretation of the sport that the world loves. So you need to keep it British and not try to force it
into the American,
into any other kind of model. Like if the MLS model worked, the MLS will continually getting popular.
But they don't do the promotion relegation because they said no owner would invest in his club and have his team get relegated and earn less money. Because you see, it's the business money.
Yeah.
Because they see, if my team
that's why they wanted to take us to Super
League. I'm gonna lose TV right money. Why should I? So that's why the promotion relegation is never going to work in America. Even for basketball, even for football. If you come last, you are staying where you are. You're not going to. You're staying there. I mean, think about it. You come last in the league in American football. You get the first pick of the best players. Like you get the best pick in the transfer window because you came last. So you might as well just aim to be last to get the best picks. It's just it doesn't work in my head.
Tanking.
The only way the American system works here only way the American system works in the UK, they're gonna have to implement that draft system too, where because to make it more competitive. But it's not gonna work, man.
Because it would dismantle everything. It would
dismantle the whole transfer window. Say, all right, Burnley, you're not gonna get relegated. You're just going to go pick. You have the first pick of the top player anywhere. They can barely afford it, let alone.
And then what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the Championship League? What are you gonna do with that?
So it's like everyone just stays there. No one moves anywhere. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah. I know,
so but what do you do with the Championship League?
What do they have to aim for? Exactly, they have nothing to fight for. They have nothing because the Championship. Their aim is to try and make it to the Premier League. So if you start, it's stupid, man.
You're muted.
In the NBA, you don't have like a pyramid scheme. Like like Premier League, Championship?
Do they, Joe?
No. They
Nah,
have the
it's not.
They
It
have
can't
the
work then, it can't
developmental
work then.
league right now, but that's really not, the closest thing we have. See, you got to understand, in America, the bottom, the feeder
College.
teams is college.
Yeah.
That's where your
college
stock
football.
of talent are coming
That's where
from.
exactly. Yeah,
You
it's
know?
from college. Yeah.
That's where it's coming from. In baseball, they have the minor league, where a lot of the teams have their own minor league teams, and that's where they feed a lot of the players. Yes. It takes the longest for baseball players to develop because they don't go straight into the league after they graduate college. They go into the minor league, and they could be in the minor league for at least for like a good 4 or 5 years.
What age
you don't
do they
really
normally
see.
come out of there?
Say that again.
Like the earliest. What's the earliest age they come out of that minors league?
You see people coming out of there in their mid-20s.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. You don't see
football. That ain't in soccer. That ain't gonna work.
No,
you're not gonna be in the
like the idea.
25.
The idea of a 16-year-old playing the MLB, that's insane. That would
That's
never happen. That's never
Wow.
happened.
Oh,
That's never happened.
What's the youngest?
A 16-year-old, that's crazy. That's crazy.
The only player I could say who was successful because he came into football late. Kay, you remember Ian Wright? Because he played football for his local park and he joined Crystal Palace because they just saw, oh, this guy.
Vardy as well.
And
Vardy as well.
Yeah, and
Vardy too. Yeah.
Ian Wright did not come into professional football till mid-20s or early 20s when academic players start like 15, in fact, 11 years old.
Yeah, some even start 6, 7 these days in academies.
So he came in late to the game and he was like a one-off. But normally he was late.
And he made it to the Hall of Fame too.
Same with Vardy. Same with Vardy. But they've done well. But those are very few and far between. So the basketball in America, if you come last in that league, you're staying where you are. NFL, you come last. In American football, you come last. Look at Houston, Texas. Let me use that reference. It's an 18. Joe, is it 18 game season, right? They play 18 games a season.
18 games,
yeah. They lost like 15, but they get to pick first in the
18 games. That's not a lot of games.
Yeah,
no.
But
it's football though.
But it's
American football.
Game.
If you played American football,
it's like 2 hours.
18 games would be a lot, bro.
It's pretty
18 games. I'll put it this way, Kay, on average, right? Because so in a game, right? So there are plays. A play is when everybody lines up in the line of scrimmage. You have 11 against 11.
Like rugby.
A play is when you snap the ball. It's like rugby. You snap the ball. The quarterback gets the ball. He makes decision to make a pass, or he gives it up to running back. Running back runs the ball. Whatever. That's a play, right? Now the goal is to make 10 yards, right? With 4, you have 4 tries to make 10 yards. But every time, every other play, every other time that you line a scrimmage and you make a pass or you give the running back to run the ball, there's always an injury. Injury happens that many times. So if you're playing, just check this out. If you're playing 30 games a season, you'll be running out of players by the time you reach 20-some games because everyone's going to be,
How many do you have in a squad? Is it like 30 people? I normally see like
53-man squad.
53?
It's a 53-man roster. Yeah, 53. Yeah.
What?
53.
Yeah, man.
You have to have that depth. You have to have that depth because the injury
and some will never
ridiculous.
Ever see the light of day.
Some of them don't even play.
Someone will never see. Some of them don't play. So you have a first team, and then you have backups. You have a starting quarterback, backup quarterback. You have maybe 4 quarterbacks, 3.
How much is a backup game page?
Backups. Oh man, that's a good question. A backup could probably be getting paid maybe what, 4 or 5 mil a season.
Depending on whether he's a
quarterback,
depending on whether he's a rookie, because rookies have their standard too.
You're saying footballers get paid too much. At least a footballer will play. If you're in a squad, you're playing like a league game or like a cup game.
Under 23 or something,
you still play. The chance of you playing more, you play more games you play more games in football, but in the NFL it's just very different, man. The injuries is ridiculous. The contracts.
Oh, you're gonna love the contract.
Contracts. You can have 3, 4, 5-year contracts, but the contracts, right? They're not fully guaranteed. Your money's not fully guaranteed. So you have bonuses for workout bonuses in like the preseason, like well, just right before preseason, you have is it what we call them, OTAs, training. Yeah, OTAs. So you show up for OTAs.
Mandatory training from the team.
Mandatory training, and then you have to train with the team. You have to work out with the team. So showing up, they give you like a bonus for showing up. Then you complete the workout, they give you a bonus for doing that.
Are you not contracted to do it?
You are contracted, but your money is in. You have to meet certain milestones.
You have to meet certain
So
milestones.
you have to do,
kind of meeting
your like a sprint. You got to sprint a certain distance in a certain time. You got to do
and you have to play a number of games to get this extra bonus. Yeah, performance based. And then if you every game you play, like so you're gonna have a base salary every game you play. If you miss games, your salary you won't get the money that you're supposed to get if you miss games too. Yeah. So and then the further on you go in the season, you make to the playoffs, then you get more. You get more money. You get bonuses. Then you win the Super Bowl, then you get a bonus. So you can actually and then if you play out your contract, you get pretty much like almost your whole money that you signed up for. But if it could happen like maybe after 2 seasons, maybe you're not producing well enough.
Yeah,
the team could trade you.
They trade you.
They could trade you to another team, and then that contract, maybe let's say you sign a $50 million contract, you maybe only earn 30 million of it. You get traded, that 20 million is gone. You got to sign a new contract with a new team.
But does the other club get money when you trade? Does the other club get money?
No.
Once you trade,
no money passes between clubs.
No, money doesn't pass between clubs.
Money it doesn't pass. No, it doesn't pass between clubs.
I would only imagine that would happen when so the number is there's the number that's for your contract. Let's say it's a $50 million contract. The more important thing is your guaranteed money. So you can get a $50 million contract, but your guaranteed is 30 million. Meaning, if you sign on the dotted line and the next day you get injured, you are guaranteed $30 million. So if the team decides to sell you right before they've given you your 30 million in guarantee to another team, they probably have to give you your money before they send you to the other team.
Do you not get a lot of people like that doing tools then because of guaranteed money in that, or not really? Does it not happen?
Not really, because their careers are so short. A lot of times they have to keep performing. The average age for people to retire from the NFL is like 23, 24, 25.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they don't last. It's a hard.
They don't last long. It's
hard on the body,
average,
man.
The average time players, the average time spent in the NFL is 3 years. So 3 years, just on average. Yeah, a lot of these players don't play for a long time. The exceptional players like Tom Brady and all them. Well, Tom Brady has lasted so long because he plays in a position that is protected most of the time. But exactly. He doesn't get hit a lot. But the way he's protected is because he's played in a team whereby the coach has surrounded him with world-class or the best-in-class offensive line that will protect him every single game and prolong his.
What was Tom Brady's position? What was he?
Quarterback.
Yeah. So quarterback is like the person who just distributes the ball, like what Ericsson does.
Like your CDM.
Yeah, so
like your CDM.
Don't a lot of the other footballers suffer from CTE or something like that?
Yeah,
they do.
Concussions,
the head injuries.
That's why wearing those helmets. So, Joe, how efficient are those helmets? I always wonder as those helmets don't protect much, do they?
You need to be a different kind of human being, because even with those helmets, getting hit is no joke, man. And a lot of times, if you are a smaller guy, depending on your position, right? Like if you're like me, I play defensive. I play defensive end, right? So I was a little bit faster than the linesman, but I have to stop what is called a running back, and usually those guys are basically oxes that can run very fast, right? You have halfbacks, you have fullbacks. They come in different sizes, but if you don't hit them a certain way, they will run you over, man. Like I was saying, I played organized football when I was in military. That's a different. Those guys are crazy, man. Most people would never play a single quarter.
So you have to be a certain size if you're gonna.
You got to be certain size. You have to have armor on you too. You have to be a physical specimen to play that game.
The thing is,
ain't no Luke Shaws in that motherfucker.
You gotta be swole.
Nah, the thing is,
you gotta be muscular. You gotta be swole, man.
Those helmets, they would protect you from, let's say, soft tissue damage. But imagine wearing one of those helmets and someone gets a sledgehammer, goes bang. You ain't gonna get any cuts or anything like that in your head. Your head's gonna be protected. But what about the shock? The shock, your brain's gonna be literally rattling around.
That's what happens when you get tackled.
You know what?
So that's the problem. That's why they get CTE. That armor is just stopping the soft tissue damage.
Let me give you a good example of a size of a NFL player. What's this guy's name? This a Nigerian guy that plays for this big guy, striker. I think he's retired.
Yeah.
Yakubu.
Huh?
Yakubu.
No, not Yakubu. He just
he
retired.
played for
He
lower
playing
side.
championship team. He's really stocky. Well, he's not Nigerian striker, but he's a Nigerian. I think he's a Yoruba. He's big.
It's like
he said something about club. He said something about club that he would like to meet club or whatever. What's his name?
It'll come to you, man.
What club is it? Is it? You said he's retired?
Yeah, footballer. A footballer. He probably just he's like 40 or something. He probably just retired. Oh man, let me look up his name. I'll get his name. But
did he play in the Premier League?
No,
Obafemi Martins.
Exactly.
No, not Obafemi Martins. Like
Bartholomew Ogbeche.
I can't get his name. I just can't get his name.
Who did he play for? Who did he play for?
Justice Christopher.
He plays number 9. He plays number 9. He's a striker. He's really.
He never played in the Premier League. He never played in the Premier League.
You don't think? If I can find his name.
All right.
Oh man.
Victor Moses.
He's a size.
Victor Moses.
No, he's not Victor Moses.
You just calling up the top 10 Nigerian players.
If I call his name, you will know him. If I call his name, you will know him.
I think the best Nigerian player.
Not the one that played for Everton.
No, you're thinking about
the one that took his top off. The big one.
He will be. No, he's not a striker.
No, he's big.
He's like when I say
championship, I think League One.
No,
I know you're on the He played for Everton, and the fans were taking the mickey off his ball.
No, you're thinking of Amokachi. You're thinking of
KOD. Is it KOD?
This guy, he's dark. He's big.
I know who you're talking about.
He's bald. He's skin cut. He's like
Akinfola.
There you go, Akinfola. There you go. I think that's him. That's
Akinfenwa.
I think that's him.
Akinfenwa.
Yeah.
I never heard of this guy. Ever.
Yeah, Adebayo.
Akinfenwa. He's dark,
bro. He's a big guy, bro. He's a big guy.
That's who's hitting you in the NFL.
Size, that's who's hitting you. Imagine that size running a 4.340. Like when I mean a 4.340 is running for like 4.3 seconds. In a 40-yard dash. That's speed.
The same way we talk about Haaland.
Yeah, that's what we talk
about. The same way we could talk about people like Haaland being physically like specimens. They're so tall and so big and they can move.
Yeah.
All these guys are like that. And
they're like that. They're that size.
They can get to you, man.
Those guys who protect the quarterback, those big guys.
Offensive line.
Oh, those guys are over 200-300 pounds, mate.
So what position would someone like Akinfenwa play?
Akinfenwa with his size, he will probably play. He could play. He could probably play. Well, yeah. But what in what position would he play in the NFL with his body size?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm thinking defensive end.
It's too big to be a receiver because it's not.
No, he's too big. No. I say probably defensive end or maybe linebacker.
Yeah.
You think linebacker, Joe?
Has this become the American football show or something?
Maybe a fullback. Maybe a high school fullback.
Maybe a fullback. Yeah.
I think it has, man. American football as we like it.
That ain't gonna ever happen. But it's the way we're intertwining how the football is run in America in terms of they refuse to do relegation and promotion compared to the rest of the world.
That's crazy.
It is, but we can see that it's not always about the money. Yeah, it's about money, but you can't just uplift one business model and hey, this was your work here. We'll have to destroy the whole English European football structure do the
Tim,
draft picks.
Do you know what it is as well in this country? Fans are too tribal. They follow a club. They're not gonna go, oh, I'm gonna support the. They try to do it with the cricket, you know, like with the 100 and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like with football, fans are like, this is my club. They're not gonna go, I'm gonna support the North team or the South team.
No,
they don't care.
No.
And how much are tickets for like All-Star games normally in America?
What's up there?
Joe will know this.
No, they're not reasonable. If it like the NBA All-Star game, those are thousands.
That'd be like
it's
thousands,
an event.
Thousands.
Yeah, because you have
thousands.
it's a big thing.
England,
because it's a massive thing because you'll have like a section where you'll see all the celebrities show up.
VIP.
You know, like if you can get the celebrities to show up, you're gonna get the youth to show up, man. I'm telling you,
I know what it is. You have NBA games where you guys come over here, and they were trying to sell tickets for like 100, 200 pounds, and in the end, people stopped going because it was too much.
Yeah,
so I think
and that 200 pounds is only for about $300 in the US. And
people ain't paying that to go and watch football.
Hey,
because football, you've got bigger capacity though.
NFL come to NFL do the one games to London once. Do they still do that now, Joe?
They still do that.
They don't do it.
They haven't done it
since COVID. They stopped.
No, that's going to be a game.
But they haven't. They didn't do it last season though, right? Okay, did they do it last season? I don't think so.
Because American football to promote the game, to promote the game, they try to have.
I don't think they've done it since before COVID. But they did it. They used to do it at Wembley.
Yes.
And then they did it at Tottenham. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, did it at Tottenham. Yeah, that's
a lot of people are not. They're not really bothered about it. They just go because it's new experience. They say,
"Yes, the experience." They see the cheerleaders and
But they're charging like £100 to go. Like
they were running American football games in Wembley as well. A couple of years back.
That's what people pay to go to the finals. To watch the Wembley, the final. That's
because the owner, the new owner of the stadium, he needed to generate some more money, and he just saw a market for American football coming to the UK, and Wembley Stadium was the pitch.
Wow.
So it's just a money-making opportunity.
Did you remember a few years ago when they decided they made a situation whereby they wanted like all the last games of the season, the game number to be played in US? Did you remember that when they brought that suggestion up? The last games of all the season of the Premier League, the last games will all be played. Yeah, that was about. This was before the Super League came up. So the American viewers could get to see them play.
They were saying they were going to add on 2 extra games.
Yes.
They're going to add on 2 extra games and play them overseas.
Oh, I heard
make it a 40-game season.
Yeah.
These people are mad. They're mad.
Money, man. It's all the dollars.
Money, mate. It's dollars.
You want to kill these. You want to kill these. Man, these players. They play so many. Like you play so many games.
Just play the B teams. Play the B teams. End the season at 38. Last 2 games. Let the B team come on. Let the reserves come on.
But they're gonna say the fans are not getting the work of seeing they want to see Ronaldo. They don't want to see Phil Jones.
Well, you know, do 11.
You know how many games a player, like a player in like City, United, Chelsea, right?
Games, over 50 games.
Yeah. Every season, plus their national league games. Yeah, plus the games they play with their national teams. You can count
international breaks.
15 games on. Yeah, you top it on that. So you're looking at what 60-some games.
That's why we need. That's why we need a deep squad.
Top 6 club.
That's why we need a deep squad.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. All right. Let's say they do add the games, right? Let's say they do add the games, but that means a lot of teams are gonna have to have depth, right? And that, unfortunately hurts a lot of the lower end teams that can't afford it. What if, if you stay in the Premier League, you get your regular money for being in the Premier League, but if you finish in, let's say, the bottom 5 or bottom 6, you get extra money for your on development to add in more players, because now because of 5 substitutions, right? Depth-wise, this is something that's going to be beneficial, but a lot of the lower teams are being hurt by this. Would you be open to that, right? If they gave more, like, let's say on the bottom,
who's going to be giving the money though? Who's going to be giving the money?
It's going to come from. I guess maybe it'll come from the FA. It has to come from the FA.
FA is going to put no money in there. FA ain't putting their hands in the pockets. No way.
They won't put no money in that. No way.
No way. Do you know what they have to pay for the stadium?
Joe, man. Joe, it ain't gonna work, man.
Speaking of Wembley, there are going to be 3 games this season. All right, there's going to be 2 games. It's going to be the Vikings and the Saints in October. The Giants and Packers. There are going to be 3 football games in London.
3 football games.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 football games in London.
I know that we're American, but it's not gonna work. Let's just not.
No, I'm not saying no.
Separate it.
I love the British Premier League.
It's not gonna work
because
it's all about trying
game.
to sell the sport. It's trying to promote the sport, but when
it changes the game,
Joe's doing a good job.
It's gonna be rugby is still gonna be seen ahead of American football in Europe.
Yeah,
that's a game. That's a known fact. It ain't gonna happen. But they're gonna try and push as much as they can, and it's not gonna happen. But
that's why it's good luck, Chelsea fans.
I just need a yes or no answer from everyone. What Tom Bowling is suggesting, north or south, can it work in UK, Joe?
Never.
Vim?
I don't think it'll be a success, but it might raise, I don't know, 50, 60 million in revenue for the clubs.
Joe?
So
I mean,
commercial success, but not a fan success. I don't think the fans want it. That's what I meant.
It's a fat ass no, man. Fat ass no. It's not gonna work.
Okay.
Not in our lifetime.
Not in our lifetime. That's a bit harsh. Right.
You know what's gonna happen though? You know why they might succeed?
Why?
Because they'll get all the sponsors around the table. They're going to get prime time viewing. They're going to get so many sponsors. They say, look, we're going to advertise your brand. You're going to get so much airtime.
All the clubs have to vote for it.
I know. But when you start flashing the cash, look, we're going to play your players' wages for the next 3 weeks, man. You think the club's going to say no?
Hey, Vim, did you run into the Glazers recently or something?
I've been, so I just received a check from Mr. Glazer saying, look, you've got to promote everything, all these Americanisms.
You're playing devil's advocate.
You must.
It's like you are kind of.
Vim is Bowley's DA, mate. Is he
Yeah, I work in PR now. For the Americans owners.
So as it stands,
I don't think it's going to work. But you know what they say? Money talks, right?
Yeah.
They're going to start generating a lot of money. The clubs are going to say, "Hey, yeah, man, we can pay 3-4 weeks of our wages. That will help reduce any bills and any debts we've got." And money talks.
All that's going to do is drive up the wage structure even more. The wages are going to go even higher.
And in a few years, we'll be making more concessions as to what we have to do to generate more income for this.
But the thing is, the wage structure is already broken. It's already rising. I mean, players are getting £1 million a week now, in
I
Europe.
think we're going to soon see the first £1 million a week player in the next 5 years. I guarantee.
I don't think it's going to happen.
We're there. Mbappe's wages.
Hold on, okay.
Mbappe, how much is he earning now?
How much is Haaland making?
Around $1 million.
Mbappe is 600. Neymar
plus
600. 600.
Mbappe.
How much is Haaland making at City? How much is Haaland making at City a week?
Maybe 500, maybe.
No,
500?
Haaland?
No, it's not that much. It's not that much.
375 for Haaland, and Mr.
De Bruyne
Grealish.
is on 475.
Yeah, so Haaland is 375. Jack Grealish is who's a bench warmer, is getting £300,000 a week.
So
for doing what?
So Haaland is on 275.
No, Haaland is on 375.
375.
375. And Pep Guardiola is the highest paid manager in the whole of Europe. He's almost season, right? 20 mil a season. Yeah.
What?
Well,
so the money needs to come from somewhere.
Yeah, Solskjaer was making like 7 mil a season, I think.
Yeah, he was making.
He's overpaid like Harry Maguire.
If Solskjaer was making 7 mil a season, Ten Hag has to be making at least 10.
No, Ten Hag's on about 9 million, so he started on a low wage, and I think you're gonna see massive rises next couple of seasons with him.
He is. He's gonna get paid.
Man,
if there's one thing we know how to do,
I'm loving that guy.
Pay motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So the thing is, look,
deserves the money. So
go on, Vim.
I mean, I know NBA like money is out of control, but Premier League English football is like that. I don't know if it compares to NBA, but the money is out of control. So the money's got to come from somewhere. These clubs can't keep afford.
Well, Vim, remember what happened with Leeds? Remember Leeds did all that thing based on the Champions League money with
Yeah,
Carlton,
and
the TV company,
they
and then
went
the company
into
went
administration.
bust. So that's why they had to sell all the players. With
Yeah.
football, you've seen already with like BT, they're saying we're not paying that much. So then Amazon are trying to up it. They're all gonna just lowball each other eventually.
I know, and they do make bad business decisions. You know, they do, and Barcelona is a victim of that as well. You know, they have to sell off so many rights. But I'm saying is that the money, the wage structure is out of control. So these clubs have got to find a way to generate new revenue, and that's why they're doing all this stuff.
It'll be
And
bonus.
whether we won't like it, we don't like it. I don't agree with it.
They'll change it to like bonus, more bonus, performance based. That's what they'll do.
But I just think we're seeing, you know, a generational effect. We're seeing a new era of football because the money has completely taken over.
And
You know,
Ben, do you know
people are
why
not playing for their clubs anymore.
Because of
They're paying
COVID.
Yeah.
When COVID happened, that was a sting to everyone. They were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you know how much
and that's
money we're
when the
losing?"
banks
It was a wake-up.
that's when the bank accounts ran dry.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
they went into a lot of difficulty. So they need to generate huge amounts of cash, huge amounts. So what they're going to do?
That's
They're going to
crazy,
come up
man.
with lots of schemes.
They're slightly raising up ticket prices in little inches.
Yeah.
Because they do.
So yeah, so if they can't, you know, there's a cap to how much they can charge us for ticket prices.
Right.
There's a cap to how much we can pay for football streaming. So they've got to tap into other ways, and you're going to get this creative
really?
marketing people. Yeah, there will be a cap.
Do you know what they're doing now?
Are you going to pay? I'm not going to pay £100 a month to watch football.
Well, Vim, look what
Well,
they're
somebody
doing.
will.
Like
The market
Amazon.
has to
Yeah,
decide.
but some people won't, and you know there will be a cap.
Somebody
no one's
will.
gonna pay £100 a match.
Somebody will.
Bro, somebody will.
Yeah,
Somebody
if
will.
you've got the disposable income.
In
But
this
for
country,
you know,
it's not
football is a
sustainable.
working class sport in this country.
Yeah,
Not the
Football is
Premier
working
League.
class.
Hold
The
on.
Premier League,
Let
the Premier League is an international sport. Like if you
But
anywhere in the top 6, right? I feel like anywhere in the top 6, right? Certainly top 4, any game can be filled by people that are not citizens of England.
Yeah,
Any game.
they don't want that now.
But we don't want to lose.
I know
the
they don't want
roots.
that. I don't.
We
Yeah,
don't want to
I
lose the roots
I don't
in
want
this
that.
country, and this
Yeah.
country, football is a working class sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that I was just pushing back just when you said that people wouldn't pay for that much.
No, in this country,
I think there's a cap, and I think that people, you know, if it gets too expensive, people are going to start protesting, and the clubs know that. So they've got to find that balance. So therefore, they've got to generate money somewhere else.
Because that is the reason why. That's the reason why they don't show the games we watch in America. They don't show that as much in UK. They don't like Super Sunday, because if they show all the games, no one's going to go into the football ground. The ground will be empty.
Yeah, that's why
And that money, they need, the clubs need the home support for the generation of money.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah, and
everyone's
so-
sitting at home watching it at home, I'll just pay my $20.
Yeah, and
Wait,
that's
they don't show all
exactly
the games on TV?
no. So this is the point. Next point.
Oh,
So
no,
the reason
show
they
like
don't.
Super Sunday on
No,
one
all
or
the games
two
are not
days.
shown on TV, Joe.
Only
So
2
the
or 3 a
reason
week.
is in this country that 3 p.m. games on Saturday are not shown on TV is because they want to go to the match
They want
and
to
watch
watch
the game.
Yeah.
They are not televised. You will never find a 3 p.m. televised game on Saturday in this country.
Not gonna.
Legally.
Yeah.
What
you
about
will
people
find
that
Joe.
can't make it to the game? What about handicapped? What
Well,
about bedridden?
you want to
So
wait for match of. That's
They
why
want
there's
you to
match
go
of
to the
day.
game.
So basically, okay.
That's why they have match of the day.
Yeah.
Can't Vim. When Man United play on a 3 o'clock, how do you guys? Are you guys
Stream
watching
it.
the game?
I have to
You
join my
stream.
Houston buddies and watch with you lot.
I have to listen to the radio. I have to listen to the radio.
Any game
Good
that's 3
answer.
o'clock
Good answer. Good answer.
is not legally available in UK. Any game at 3 o'clock in UK is not legally available on TV. You have to be in the stadium. So the Sunday games on Monday, they televise some of those for Super Sunday.
Tim,
So that's
20
how
years
that,
ago,
that's how
you
they
couldn't even
increase
watch
their
it.
ticket sales.
You have to look at teletext.
Right? Yeah.
You couldn't
Back in
even
the
see
day,
it.
oh
I'm
my
being
God.
honest. Teletext. Oh, back in the
what's
day, that's the only
teletext?
way you saw it. 20
Yeah.
years
What's
ago.
teletext?
Oh
It used to be something.
Teletext is like
It's like something you go on your
Text
TV,
on
like you go to
TV.
your TV menu,
Text on
and it
TV.
gives you the information of what's going on the game. It's like
you know like
You gotta read it. You gotta read
No
it.
so
joke.
you have to read it line by line.
It's like you know like the dot. It's like watching a dot matrix printer really slowly.
What?
Oh man.
So it'll be like,
is
60th minute,
Ronaldo scored.
61st
37.
minute. Yeah,
Tick, tick, tick.
yeah. That was how it used to be, mate.
What? No, that's torture.
But you could listen
That's
to it on the
torture.
radio.
How do you do that to
listen
your
on
own
the radio.
citizens, man?
You know
How
what
do
they
you
used
do
to
it on the
do?
radio?
Because
On
they
the
want you to
news, they
spend
used
the
to
money,
go-
buy the tickets, go watch the game.
Yeah.
On the news, they used to say, if you don't want to know the results, look away now.
Yes.
And then you have to
Oh,
watch Match
really?
of the Day.
Yeah. That's British rule, man. British
Yeah.
Oh
rule.
my
Yeah.
God,
Okay.
that's
So
Okay, you look
so
away
Joe,
so you can catch the highlights later, right?
Yeah, so
So-
you can
so
watch Match
Joe-
of the Day and not know what the score was.
so
Yeah,
Joe,
but
you
the
thought games
highlights
were
the
shown
highlights are
at-
squeezed into 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's no justice watching Match of the Day just to watch, to try and get the feel of the whole game. You really miss a
Okay.
lot. So they're
Right.
saying, look,
Yeah.
go to the
That
stadiums,
sucks.
fill up the stadiums,
So-
go and watch the games, support our
I
clubs.
guess I'm glad.
So
I guess
Joe,
I'm glad I
you-
live
Yo.
in the US.
So
then.
Joe, you thought the games we watch here, they show them in the UK, they don't.
bro.
Nah.
Like tomorrow at 12 o'clock, right?
Mm,
If depending on what regional city you're in,
mm.
right? If you're in New York City and your team is playing, that's going to be on a local channel. You're going to watch the game, right? And if you want to watch all the games, you can either get NFL Pass or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Okay, so I'm starting to understand why that BT, like you guys have this thing on BT where people just sit
Amazon.
around and talk about the games, and I'm like,
Yeah.
who the hell's watching this? But now I'm thinking that's progressive technology compared to where you guys came from. You guys used to read text messages from your TV. Now at least somebody's talking to you. Like
No,
what?
but you got to
I don't understand why you guys
they-
choose to consume-
like Vince
Joe,
said,
Joe, a few
Hold-
years
hold on,
before
Vin.
that, we had Braille.
so you got to understand. You got to understand. Joe, you got to understand.
Oh
right?
man.
It's a
Lord.
working class sport. So
Yeah.
everybody on Saturday is like a day out. The whole family, grandfather as supporting Spurs, pass it down. It's a whole family tradition. So Saturday, everyone's going to the stadium. So the sitting
To
at
watch the
home at
game.
3 o'clock on Saturday, there's no football to watch. You can listen on the radio. There's radio commentary, but there is no.
Wait a
You
minute.
cannot sit down in your house legally to be watching.
So you can tell
no,
me
you can't watch it.
you can be a millionaire
Mm,
in London
mm.
and will not be able to watch your team on TV because the game is at 3 o'clock.
Not legally, no.
Not legally, no.
Not legally.
So it's not going to
Wow.
be
Maybe
illegal.
illegally.
No.
Illegally, yes,
That's-
but not legally, yes.
That is
You gotta go to the
wild.
game.
That's why
that
Kate
needs-
was always
that
everybody
booking a
used to be,
flight.
though.
that
Like
is
20,
unsaid.
30 years ago, like maybe in the 90s, when you used to go to the stadium, you had a man with a bucket and used to put your money in the bucket, like coins. They're the turnstiles.
Are you serious?
I'll be serious.
No.
Wait,
You
wait,
used to have to
wait,
put
wait.
your money in the bucket.
How much would you put in the bucket
It's probably like a £5 or £10 for a
to
ticket.
watch a game?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that was when it was
Wow.
standing. You didn't even have a seat. People are still
what's
not
it?
watching the game.
Wow.
So
Man.
that's how working class it was, man.
Yeah,
Yo, that's really working class. Yo,
it was
Here's
called-
working
you
class.
sit on the,
Y'all-
you go to
y'all
the
was like
terraces,
on
you
some
go to the
spirit
terraces and
settings.
stand. There was no seating. Not till after Hillsborough disaster, they made it mandatory. All stadiums have to have seating because there used to be a section just pure standing. Those were the cheaper tickets. But
yeah.
when that accident happened, when the surge of people were squeezed against the fences, because it's just fences holding everyone in, they
Mhm.
changed the whole structure of football watching in England after
Yeah.
a disaster.
And they didn't even have
Oh,
men's
man.
toilets. They would just direct you to a field and you just go in the field
Oh,
and then
Vin,
do your
please,
business.
that I don't believe.
See,
Vin, really?
I'm joking.
I would have believed that shit too. Yeah, I would have believed that shit too.
Football, do you know anybody used to
Joe
be?
was
Like,
going to believe you. Joe was
I
believing
was gonna believe it. Yo, I didn't even know. Wait, I just found out that I exist in a reality where people watch football through text messages on TV.
Yeah.
Right? I can also believe that people went to the field to go piss because like
it's
the
like
same
if
kind of
you- if
country
you
that
go-
does that.
If you go online now, go on BBC Sports, and you
Yeah.
go into the game, it will show you.
yeah, it was like
Yeah,
that.
it's still like that. It tells you 60th minute. It gives you an outlet of what is going on in the game.
But there's no
on
video,
BBC Sports.
there's no
But there's no
pictures.
video. But just
That's man.
no, that's
I
internet.
can't-
That's streaming it. They are
I
watching
can't.
it and just passing the information online on text message lines.
It's unfortunate, but it's crazy. Even though the sport exists in England, that is the most unwatchable country to watch the Premier League
Legally.
in the world.
Yeah.
Legally.
Legally.
Yeah. It
That's
is
why the
most
fans are so
unwatchable
passionate.
place.
That's why
That's why
people
the
are so
fans are so
passionate in the
passionate.
stadium.
Oh
Go.
man.
Exactly, yeah. That
You
makes
barely
it makes
see
sense.
empty
It makes
stadiums.
sense.
You can see you barely see empty stadiums, bro. It's
Yeah,
full
you
to the
barely
max.
see it, yeah.
It's
And
a
that's why-
generational thing. It's generational.
check this out,
passed
and that's
down over the
why
years and years.
the clubs were pushing for players to come back
Homegrown.
on ground to watch the games, because that's money too. Because it's just everything makes sense.
Yeah,
everything makes sense.
Because my I have a younger nephew. He's in low league ball, right? But like they never show the games on TV. And I'm like, if you're trying to promote your team,
nope.
why don't
one's
they
gonna
ever
watch
show? Like how
No
much?
one's gonna watch it.
Nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Don't
Unless
they
it's an FA Cup game, no one will watch that, a lower league game.
No, low league guys won't get any. They won't get any viewing. No way.
I mean, no, but they don't even like open up like their own channel. They don't even post their
Really,
games
bro?
like
Lower
on their
league,
own
channel.
a
They're barely trying
Facebook
to
channel
survive.
though.
But you know what? A lot of them have
Tim, we out here putting out content. You telling me a professional football?
No, a lot of them have done it now. You can get a pass where you pay a monthly subscription, and they've got their own camera in the ground.
Okay,
yeah, they have that.
It's not great quality, obviously, and like you're not gonna have some big presenter like going through.
You're not gonna
But you know what? One interesting fact: if it wasn't for the north of England, basically, what London and the Tories tried to do, they tried to make what football is today. They tried to do that with rugby, but the north had to fight and say no. It's a working class sport. We want to keep it the way it is. They would have got rid of football if they could have, and made rugby
the main sport.
Football is, yeah.
Oh, really?
That's why up north they're very passionate about football. Like up north, it's they live and die for their team. Whereas in London,
the north is seen as more blue collar. South is more white collar jobs. Blue collar is in the handwork. Yeah. So the money's in the south than in the north. North is more like hands-on guys.
I mean, south is more expensive, right? It's more expensive to live in the south.
100%.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it's all politics. All to do with politics, man. All the money we got took from the north when Margaret Thatcher was around.
Yeah, during the coal mining days, they shut all the coal mines.
Yeah, and they basically cut off people's livings up north. Basically, that's why the north.
It's King's Landing. King's Landing is in the south. That's why.
I will say this though. When I was in the UK a few months ago for my sister's wedding, I was in Manchester. The hotel that I stayed in, it's much cheaper than staying in the hotel in London. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I stayed in.
Did you go to
I stayed in Manchester Marriott.
Manchester
Marriott. Yeah,
nice.
It was nice. It was nice. When I got there, right? I asked them because I found out late that you can book a Man United room. So I got there and I asked them, "Hey, can I get the Man United?" And they said, "No, it's gone. There's only 2 they have in the whole hotel." Yeah, but it's way like price wise compared to a hotel in London is
London you get
cheaper
ripped
for
off.
sure.
You get ripped off.
Yeah,
like
London, that makes sense.
In London, you have to pay congestion charge to drive through central London. You have to pay every day.
£15 a day.
It's like the toll. It's like the toll we pay when we go through.
Plus, we have a ULEZ price as well.
But okay, that's
so for me to drive into central London, I've got to pay £22.50 a day.
Right. So
for
that's
my car.
a day, but that's 22 at one instance. In Houston, depending on what part of Houston you're going to, you might go for like 6 tolls. And
how much is a toll?
About $3 now.
$3.
Now a toll. About 175.
175.
Yeah, so and we have toll bridges as well.
One way if you're coming back.
Yeah, we have toll bridges. Dartford Tunnel, Dartford Bridge.
So the people that would pay, let's say, depending on what side of the city that you're working, right? You might have to pay on. Okay, when I used to drive to work, when I used to work in the office a couple years ago, I would drive on average. I would pay about $15. Toll is in going and coming every day to get to work and back. So and $15. That's times. That's in a week. I mean, let's say I do that about 4 times. Yeah, in a week I would spend that much just on toll.
Yeah, that's like London.
Just to go to work, come back.
And then you got to pay parking on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean
for
me, I need to pay parking, but that's
in London you have to pay parking.
Parking is
that's why
London is ridiculous.
Doesn't your
man.
company subsidize you for that though? Doesn't your company help you out with that?
No.
So it depends if you work for the council. If you work for the council, you
Nah,
can.
man, you guys
And
need
it's like £7 an hour in London.
Now y'all need to negotiate
£7
that
an hour
into
to park.
No, my
London.
sister, Kay, works for
Jesus
my
Christ.
sister.
Put that in my contract.
My sister works for Camden Council.
£7 an hour to park in London.
So she has a badge because she's an engineer, so she's able to park anywhere in Camden for free.
Oh, she's lucky,
Okay.
man. A lot of people in
She's
London,
lucky.
they don't have, because there's not the infrastructure in London. There's not a lot of car parks or space for
That's
people
why
to park.
everyone's got. That's why I jump on the bus or the
That's why
tube,
they want
mate.
you to get on the tube.
Yeah, and I prefer that. I never like driving in London because it's there's nowhere to park, mate.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of
well,
like
my
the same thing in
cousin-
New York.
It's
Man,
pretty
that's
much
crazy, man.
Our next game is Man City. Is that away or home?
It's away.
Oh,
away.
and that's at
Been
the
like 2
Etihad.
weeks, isn't
That's
it?
at the Etihad, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that game, right, is going to be United's first since Arsenal's game. That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
City would have played today. They beat Wolves 3-0.
Yeah.
Do you think United will be able to withstand Erling Haaland? What's your outcome on that game? What do you think with this United team, this defense that has not lost 5-0? They've not lost any game now. This back four, they've not lost.
I would like
games
to hear
together.
from Kay on that one. I would like to hear from Kay on that one.
What the score? What will the score
What
be?
do you think? Do you think we have enough to nullify Man City?
It's going to be a smash and grab. It's not going to be pretty. Put it that way. Like, Haaland's going to be a problem.
Do you
Yeah.
think
We got
do
the
you
we got
think
the pit
Varane
bull.
and Martinez can handle Haaland?
We've got the pit bull.
Do you know what it is? I can see a penalty.
Haaland's a
being given.
Great Dane though.
Yeah, I can see penalties.
Yeah,
being
but
given.
pit bulls, man, they just like knee at your feet.
I
They just,
kind of
they-
agree with Kay. I can see Martinez giving away a penalty, fouling Haaland in the ball
You
for
think
something. Martinez has he has a penalty to give away. He's already given one away. He's gonna give more.
Yeah.
The way he is,
that was undeserved though.
he's gonna
You
give-
didn't you did
That was
not
yeah, it
deserve
was
that.
undeserved.
You can't put that in. That's
No. I'm not saying I blame him for it, but it did go against us. But it could still happen.
So
But you see,
based
it's like
on
having an
United-
elephant and a rat kneeing away at your toes
Man,
or just chipping away at your feet.
your ankles.
That's
So
that's
based on
Haaland
United's
and Martinez.
performances as of now, that back four that is so solid, can they nullify
I
a
think we're
Man
gonna
City
win.
attack today? Okay.
We're not playing for 2 weeks. They've
Mm.
got no rhythm. Like for me,
Yeah, it's a loss in that game, bro.
yeah,
It's a
they're
loss.
gonna be stiff. They're gonna be stiff.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
so it's going to be damage limitation then, isn't it?
Yeah. Smash
So
it up.
yeah.
Is that where
It's a
so we're
smash
back
and
to
grab.
damage limitation?
So that means I don't think Ronaldo will play in that game then. It's
Nah,
going to be a
no way.
Rashford.
Hell no,
a
he
Rashford
shouldn't,
game.
he shouldn't
is not
start.
even-
He
I
shouldn't
think it's gonna
start.
be. I think it's gonna be.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
start.
Ronaldo's not gonna play. That's if Rashford is fit for that game. And if you ask me, right? If you ask me, I will play if Martial is fit.
Yeah.
Martial has to play number 9. He has to play number 9. Martial will be crucial. You need well, the thing you need, it depends. Well, you would need a number 9. You would need a target man that could stick the ball
Yeah, but
and lay it off for people like Rashford.
But we cannot play a possession game against City.
We
We cannot.
You hit him on the counter attack.
You need him on counter attack, but
Not a possession game.
In my opinion, it's not a possession game. But in certain parts of that game, you will need a target man in order for someone like Rashford to run off into
It's going to be the same tactics that we did against Liverpool and Arsenal. High line, Rashford or someone gets behind and use speed. Counter-attack. We cannot outpossess Man City.
No, we can't outpossess them.
Impossible.
No, we can't. We
Impossible.
can't. It's impossible. We're gonna sit back. But if you ask me though, I think
I'm asking the crystal ball. What does the crystal ball say? What does the crystal ball say?
The crystal ball saying this is what the crystal ball says. The crystal ball says that I think that there will be moments which in those moments that we will have to capitalize on. We would have to attack City fast and score those chances. If we can do that, I think we grab something from this game.
Joe,
And for us to do that, we would, because teams like City, yeah, you can sit back against them all day, but you can't sit back against them the whole game.
Oh,
bro.
you can't. It's
you have to
impossible.
attack
You
at
get
some point.
punished.
No,
You
no,
can't.
you've got Haaland.
You
Thing is,
can't.
right?
You can't.
The thing
You
is, there are teams out there that know how to beat City. I know
Yeah.
it sounds surprising, but they have actually figured them out.
Right.
I
What do you think
Ten
it
Hag
is?
can beat City.
Yeah, but
I
what
think
do you
Ten
think
Hag
it
can
is?
beat
Where are
Players
the
have to
where
run
are the
at their
chinks
defense,
in
run
the
at
City
run at
game?
that
Where are they?
defense.
It's pressure and mentality for City. If you can get at those guys,
You gotta remember, it's a derby.
they're weaker mentally. So if as long as we keep them honest, I think we have a shot. You know, we have to be deadly on the ball. We can't needlessly lose the ball, because the thing about City is the more they gain possession, the more they gain confidence.
Yes,
And they
that's
start
true.
cooking, man. And when they start cooking, that's the last position you want to be in at any point in the game,
I
because
think
they'll get at you.
The
I
only
agree
way,
with you,
the
Joe.
only
I
way
think we
beat
have to
them-
rough them up.
Vim.
We have to rough
Go on,
them up.
Vim.
The only way
I think we
beat
need to
them,
make it. We need to be more physical than them, because you know they're not the biggest of players, they're not the strongest players apart from the centre backs.
Except
I
that
think
one
if we
fucking
kick them,
direwolf.
little cheeky fouls here and there, hurt them a little
we're
bit,
gonna
I think it will destroy the confidence slightly. I think we've got to go
we're gonna have to
physical on
play.
them.
We're
So,
gonna have
go
to
on,
play
Bev.
similar to the way we play against Liverpool. We have to play similar, a little bit similar to the way we play against Liverpool. We have to be physical. We have to take the game to them at times. We just put it this way:
100%.
if we sit back the whole game
We
and
will
just
be
and
get
just want to do
smashed.
counterattack, yeah, we're gonna get smashed, because the
Right.
more you sit back, the more they're gonna create chances, the more goals they're gonna score. You have to take it to them. We have to play the game.
Yeah, we
in,
can't sit back and
moments.
hit them on
It
counter.
has to be moments. It has to be moments. We have to have like periods of attack. Maybe like 10 minutes of attack, just straight out.
So are we going with the same
attack
team,
or
the same back four, right? So are we playing with the
Same
same
team.
midfield
Same team,
and
same team.
same
front?
team, same team.
Right.
I'm even going ahead and saying McTominay over Casemiro just for that game, because I know he's up for it. I know he's up for that game.
He'll kick
So-
people.
McTominay's gonna play. Yeah,
He will play.
I'll say
So
same
now,
team. McTominay in the midfield.
Are we going there? Are we leaving there with a result, or we're not, Joe?
I would say a tie.
A tie.
That's the best I can hope for.
So we're
A
getting
tie.
something out of that game.
Oh man, depending on, I don't know when they're gonna be back, how much time Ten Hag is gonna have with them to train. It's just,
guys will be
you know,
surprised about
that's
it.
I think
not
half
the
of
kind
the
of
team
team.
are
Oh,
going to
there's
international. I think
international,
half the
isn't there?
team, half of the team
Yeah.
are going for international
International.
break. Half of the team are going for
Ooh.
international break. Half of them, if not more. Bruno,
So they're going to Brazil.
Hello.
So that's a
But the
long
ones
flight.
the ones we need
let-
are not Sancho, Rashford. Well, Cristiano's gone.
Bruno's
Uh,
gone,
Fred's
Dalot's
going.
gone,
Fred is
Casemiro's
gone.
gone, Fred is gone,
Anthony's going.
Anthony's going,
Anthony.
Martinez. Does Martinez still play for Argentina?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So the
Yeah.
whole back four is gone. Verona go to France. The whole back four is gone. Malaysia does he play for Holland yet?
Yeah.
I'll put it this way, right? I'll put it
Yeah,
this
he
way.
plays.
I'll put it this way. If our first team can stay healthy, can stay fit, and not catch an injury throughout the international break, and they come back, this is my prediction, right? You guys, this is it's gonna be a surprising prediction. I'm gonna predict.
I'll go right.
I'm gonna predict United will win that game.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm going to predict United will win that game. It's going to be a tight one. I'm going to predict United just because I know it's going to be hard, but I think I'm going to predict United to win that game it's going to be a 1-goal difference. I don't know how that one is.
So
if it's going
3-2 or
to
2-1, right?
it's going to be a 1-goal difference.
Okay.
Let's say like 2-1. It's and it's going to be tight. It's going to be physical. It's going to be a lot of fouls. And the only way we win that game is being physical and that back line, and that back four has to play. Martinez,
The same back
Varane,
line.
they have to
James,
play.
can you do me a
Yeah, the same
favor?
back line.
James,
Yeah.
next show, can you bring that crystal ball and just show us, like just stroke it or whatever, and it starts
watch
to
this.
glow.
If we win that
I wanna
game,
see- I
if
wanna
we
see
win
that prop.
game, then I'll bring the crystal ball. If we win the game, then I'll bring the
That'll
crystal
be
ball.
great.
That's in 2 weeks.
Vim,
But I want to see that crystal ball, man. I want to see it on the show.
Vim,
And you do your thing,
are we leaving?
crystal,
Vim, are we
whatever
leaving
it is.
Etihad with a result?
You know, this is a real battle, isn't it? Because you got two ex-Barcelona,
Crazy to be up
Bayern
for that
Munich
game.
managers facing up. Ten Hag's going to be facing him for the first time. in this league. I think it's going to be a real battle of wits. I think Ten Hag's going to be really hungry for this, but Pep needs to show dominance. You know, he's got the biggest backing. He's tying with points. He's tying on points with Spurs at the moment, already. 17. So he needs to start breaking away from that pack. So you know, they're both going to be up for it. They really are. Pep can't just sit back and relax. He needs to step away now from and show that he's a leader. He needs to show that he's a leader of the pack. But Ten Hag wants to prove himself.
Right.
So real battle.
So a real battle. Are they leaving with a result, or they got no result at that? Man, United.
I'm gonna put faith in Bam's crystal ball that we're gonna win.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, if Haaland's fit, we ain't winning that game.
Oh, damn.
The best we can do is get a draw.
Wow.
Haaland's fit, we're not winning that game.
Yeah, that's with Haaland playing. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose that game, man. It'll probably be like a 2-3-1.
So
I would have been happy with a draw if Haaland wasn't playing.
You're saying, you know what? Martinez and Varane cannot handle it. That's what you're saying, Kay.
Haaland is a different kind of specimen. When they had Jesus, they were a problem. But now they've got Haaland, they can put crosses in the box. This guy,
so you don't think
he'll put Martinez in the net and the ball in the net.
That's why.
So you don't think Martinez and Varane can handle him?
Not for the whole game. Not for the whole game.
I reckon if they handle him, they'll get injured. They'll get injured.
I do agree with you. Haaland is going to be a nuisance, right? But something in me tells me that Varane and Martinez will be up for, especially Martinez, man. I just have.
Well, I can see him giving away a penalty.
Didn't they say that Martinez
physicality?
But didn't they say before Martinez had him in his pocket?
Yeah, but that's one game.
He nullified him.
So
if he's done it before, can he do it again?
Haaland looks like he's in the mood. Now he's come to the Prem.
But how does such a small guy nullify such a big beast? What did he do? He knows.
He was
just physical
with him. He's a small dude, right? So what's he done? Is he kicking away his feet?
I think that Borussia Dortmund team would not produce as much quality creativity for as City has.
Yeah. Now City's yes.
I think we've got some jokers in the pack. You know, we've got an ace that we can possibly play.
If Haaland steps on Varane, he's gonna bully Varane. Trust me. He's gonna bully.
Yeah, but you would assume that Martinez is the one to get bullied.
Yeah, but you don't want Martinez following Haaland. You don't want him chasing Haaland, because then that.
You know, I think Bailey would have been ideal for this game because that guy is gung ho. Yeah, he would have roughed up Haaland.
Bailey and Rojo.
Yeah, Rojo is a proper meathead.
Needed some pit bulls. There you go, right there. Bailey and Rojo.
Okay,
yeah, that's true. Rojo.
The thing is, they've got too much. Gundogan,
Gundogan's soft, man. He's soft. You kick him a couple of times, he'll start crying.
No, but I mean, like technical, good on the ball. Like,
I know, but you kick him, you just put them off their game. You know, you just need to kick players a few times.
Like Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno just starts going a bit haywire once you kick him and foul him too much. They lose composure.
Bruno's very dramatic at times. Do you guys think
emotional?
Dramatic?
He's emotional.
When he's getting tackled,
and dramatic.
I understand it's part of the game. I understand it's part of the modern game. But when it's costing the team like progressive movements with the ball because you're looking for a foul, then that's where you lose me right there.
Right.
I think he whinging. I think that's a new word I learned from
He's a whinger.
Gary Neville.
Yeah.
Right. He just.
Oh, you didn't know what whinging was before? Joe.
I don't know what is.
It's a British term.
I still don't really know.
British term.
Whining.
Okay.
The key thing is right. Yeah, it's moaning a lot, but the key thing is right. City is all about focus. They've got to be completely focused, completely switched on, always moving in the right spaces. So if you kick them and foul them and get to them, get under their skin, you can take away their focus a little bit.
Right.
And that's why I think physicality. Yeah, that's why physicality can help.
So, Joe, are we leaving there with a result or not? Bamza said a victory. Beamer said a victory. Kaya said it's as far as Haaland is playing, we are not getting a result. What do you say?
Nah, because this team is still they're still the team to beat. They don't look like they're breaking, and they just added KD, man. Now I think we're gonna lose that game. KD KD's playing football, bro.
Who's KD?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin
He's
Durant.
one of
Kevin
a
Durant.
good
Oh,
football.
KDB. Yeah. I don't really believe we'll get a victory, but I'm just giving props to
I
Memphis crystal ball.
you know what? I'm just going on with faith here, man. I'm
I
going
see
with
a
faith here.
draw.
He's a
I see a
believer.
draw. I think United won't lose.
No,
I think a
No,
draw.
the reason why I'm saying this is because I didn't believe that we would beat Liverpool at all. I didn't believe that we would beat Liverpool.
And
But
Arsenal.
the way they played, and Arsenal, I didn't believe that either.
Right.
They surprised me twice.
And what did the crystal ball say?
But those were home games. Those were home games.
Rams, what did the crystal ball say for Arsenal Liverpool?
Well,
He wasn't charged at the time. He didn't charge it. For those games.
The crystal ball
I wasn't charged
Hey,
up.
fellas.
No, it wasn't
Hey,
charged.
fellas.
He didn't charge
Charged
up for the City
It
game.
I'm
wasn't
gonna
charged
charge you up.
Hey,
It
fellas,
was,
I don't know who this guy is, man. We need to bring the real Bems back, man. I don't know who the hell this guy is, man.
Is that his
Who the
brother?
hell is this guy? Yo, that's Bems. Hey, man, I don't know, man.
That's the brother from back home. Is that the brother from back home?
This Bems over here predicting wins against City.
I know,
Holland going
I know, right?
insane. Yo, do you know what kind of records this dude is gonna break this season, man? Look at the way this. Oh man,
Ems, where's your brother, man? Where is he?
So
Bro,
we've come
you
to
know
the
what?
so we've come to the
You know what?
conclusion.
But you'll be surprised if we do. I'm not saying that it's a confirmed win, but I won't be surprised if we shock City. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. I won't be surprised if we shock them, and we do
I'm
have
leaning, I'm leaning
based on
towards a
past
draw.
experience.
I'm leaning towards a draw. I'm saying 2-2. I think United will go there with
that. I don't
some
think it's a draw.
passion and trying to prove a point.
I don't
And
see a
Eric Ten
draw in
Hag,
that game.
I think Eric Ten Hag is trying to prove a point that, you know what, we are building. You guys have been there, but I think we'll catch it on a hop. Haaland will give us a problem, but I think United will be able to handle him at least more than. I don't think he'll have a free reign of just scoring goals like that.
I think a draw is possible. They've had the last 5 games. They've had 3 wins and 2 draws. So a draw is very possible.
So I think I'll say
A draw is possible, but I see this game. I don't see how a draw is going to happen. This game is someone's going to lose. It's a win or loss. I don't see a draw just
because I think there's also some
manager is going
pride.
to prove something.
You know,
Yeah,
remember,
each manager is going to want to prove something.
remember
each
United
manager 10 hard
on
against Pep.
United on a 4-win running streak before
Yeah.
the break.
We
So,
lost our
yeah.
last.
I mean,
I don't-
in
I don't see
Premier
how
League
a
running
tie
streak,
comes in
Premier
this
League.
game.
Let's say
Four
Premier
wins
League.
and a loss. No,
Yeah.
it's
It's-
four
it's
in
win
the
or
Premier League.
lose.
It's 4 wins and a loss.
City's home
It's
form.
win or lose.
What's City's
Every
home
home
form?
game they played, first game 4-0 versus Bournemouth. Next game at home, Palace 4-2. Nottingham Forest 6-0.
Give me the teams like give me
No,
the
but I'm just
scoreline
talking
against the
about their
stronger
home
teams.
form.
Their
Their
home
home
form.
form.
The stronger
they're
teams
scoring goals
against
for
stronger teams.
Yeah,
Against the
but
stronger
Four-nil.
teams. With
the home
4-0
form,
against
though.
Sevilla.
okay,
Yeah,
so
that's away though. That was away. But I'm talking about the home form.
But have
we're
they
not gonna
really
beat
played
them at home.
anyone this season? Have they played anyone, as in anyone?
Yeah, not in the league, but they played
Not
Dortmund.
really.
So in the league. So this, so we're going to be the first biggest
This-
test, right?
Yeah.
it's the first
Okay,
big test.
that's why it's going to be a draw. I can see a draw in that
And
one.
if
no.
you ask me, right? I will say this. I will say United right now have one of the best defense in the Premier League right now as we speak.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm hanging up my hope on that defense. That's it.
But
That's
do you know
why I
what it is
said
for
that's why it's
me?
going to be a draw.
That midfield battle.
But
'cause
City also has.
McTominay's not good enough in there. He's played well the last few weeks,
Yeah.
but when
Yeah.
it comes to pressure
Yeah.
and keeping the ball, that City
Yeah.
team. They're
No, I
gonna
agree.
be-
I agree. I agree, Kay, right? But it's the same. This is the same United team. Okay, remember back in the past when we would write United off when it came to the big games, and like when we played under Ole, we didn't think,
we beat City.
that we're gonna get beat, and we beat City, right?
Yeah.
This is and check this out. We weren't playing under a coach. We were playing under.
true.
Now we're playing under Ten Hag, who is a coach,
It'll be
and
interesting to
these
see how
players
he
will be
stacks
up
up.
for it.
It'll be
So,
interesting to see how he stacks up.
Yeah,
So we've all
Yeah.
got the predictions in.
exactly.
We got Vim saying a win, Bem saying a win, Joe saying a defeat,
But he didn't believe it. He didn't believe it.
Kay saying Kay saying a thrashing. I'm saying a draw.
Not thrashing, but if Haaland plays, we're not winning.
He's definitely going to be playing. So that's.
I would say this. I would say. I would say. Okay, this might be the one game Haaland doesn't score.
Question time quickly. Right.
Question time.
Anyone got questions?
Score this game.
Questions? Anyone?
I'd like to. I got a question.
I got one.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, my question. No, go ahead, Ben.
Bim.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Apart from the obvious, right? Which what's your prediction of the next two managers to get sacked in the Premier League?
Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah,
one of them.
that's the obvious one. Who's next? To get
what's his name? What's his name?
Lampard.
Really?
I think Lampard's gonna get fired.
No. Okay, sorry.
Lampard
Rodgers, Gerrard and Lampard. Yeah.
Gerrard and Lampard. Wow.
Gerrard and Lampard. That's a very difficult. Right. Okay. What do you think?
No, for David Moyes.
Nah. Where's that one?
No. David Moyes. No. They won't sack him. He's done well.
Okay. Give us your two managers.
Battle. Okay.
I'd say Rodgers definitely up there. I'm trying to think who else.
I would love them to sack Gerrard. Oh, that'd be so beautiful.
I don't think
I would love that.
Send him back to Scotland.
Yeah, that's an absolute twat.
I think that goal that they scored, I think that was given to me because they're just trying to help Gerrard.
Wolves? Really? I thought he's doing okay.
They've struggled, Wolves.
They're struggling. They are struggling.
Yeah,
they just lost the
and
whole
they signed that midfielder. Yeah.
This was the same
Costa.
Wolves team that beat us last season at home.
Hey, look.
1-0.
Hey, check this out, right? When City scored the third goal, the manager just threw the game plan on the floor. He was like, he just threw the folder on the floor. Like,
oh, is it?
That shit was funny. Yeah.
When
they scored the third goal, like his folder, right? Because he had this little folder in his hand, like the game plan. Whatever he has in that folder, he just threw it on the floor.
What am I doing?
So
that shit was funny because Wolves was playing
pretty
decent before that goal.
Yeah. Joe, who are you predicting from the question of him asked? Two managers that are going to be fired.
Oh yeah, definitely Brendan Rodgers, the first one on the chopping block. Hopefully the second behind him. I would say
hopefully. So you're going to be fired. That's cold.
I mean, fuck it. The one after that is Lampard with Everton, and then
actually I'm going to change mine, Tim. It's the Nottingham Forest coach Cooper. He's going to get sacked. Rodgers in the Nottingham Forest one.
So you're saying Rodgers and Cooper?
Cooper, yeah.
Okay. Joe?
I see what you're saying with Nottingham Forest, but with Leicester, I feel like there's more. I'm picking players. I'm picking coaches and teams where there is a much higher expectation as to what they're supposed to be doing with that squad. Right. Everton should be higher, right? Aston Villa, with the investments they've made, should be higher. Leicester City, they haven't really made that much investment, so that's up to them. But Brendan Rodgers is supposed to be the X factor, so they should be higher. So those are the three that I picked.
Okay, Bems.
Okay, Brendan Rodgers for sure. That's a no-brainer. The next one is a challenging one. I'm putting it.
Are you looking for answers from above?
He's not looking at the ball. He's looking at the light.
Give me some inspiration. Give me inspiration.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking Lampard. I'm thinking Lampard. Yeah. I'm thinking Lampard, and then maybe that a Wolves manager is behind Lampard, and then Forest manager.
I will go with Brendan Rodgers, Steven Gerrard, Cooper, and Lampard in that order. I think after Brendan Rodgers, I think Gerrard is on his bike.
And just a Brucey bonus, right? Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see get sacked?
Who would I what?
Who would you love to get sacked? Which club?
Gerrard. Steven Gerrard.
Yeah. For me, it's Klopp.
No.
Yeah.
No, not Klopp.
It'll never happen.
I like him. I like his passion.
I like him, but it's just the Liverpool aspect. I like Klopp, but it's the Liverpool aspect.
No, I like his competition because
It'll never
I
happen.
think they set the standard which I want us to get to. And
I
beat
know,
him. So
I
want
know,
him
but
to
he's
stay there.
faltering. They're in 13th spot.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
But he's
He
not.
does-
he's a great manager, but
He does whinge a lot.
He's gonna bring it back up. He's gonna bring it back up.
But they're not gonna get. He's not getting fired. You know that, right?
no, I know, but that would just be a real surprise. A real surprise.
So, Joe, your question.
But they're our biggest rivals, you know, historically.
Yeah. Well, I like him there, but I want him to be there. I want us to be better than while he's still there.
I know, but you know, like when we saw Liverpool just faltering year after year, you know, under various managers, it was almost to our.
It was beautiful.
It was gratifying for us, you know.
Yes.
And for them to see us falter a lot, I mean, I know they enjoy it. So you know, we're going to turn the tables on them.
Having a good day.
Exactly, we have to turn the tables someday, and I don't think it will happen with Klopp. So it'll have to be post Klopp.
Hey! Check this out, right? The game where we played against Liverpool, right? It was Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. They were in the press box, whatever you call that thing, whatever.
Commentary.
Man, you could see the commentary. Man, you could see Gary Neville's reaction when we scored.
When we scored, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a proper fan.
Carragher's response. Oh yeah, he's a proper fan. Yeah. He was making like he was livid. He was excited. And then you could see Carragher. Carragher was just like,
I don't like
Carragher
that
was
guy.
quiet.
I don't like him.
Oh man.
So Joe, that's your question, Joe.
My question is for Vimal. My bad. Vim, if both of their careers ended right now, whose career would you think would be more fulfilling, Harry Kane or Jack Grealish?
If their careers ended now,
that's a good question. That's an easy question. That's easy.
No, but this is just a callback from what he was saying before.
Yeah. No, more fulfilling. Definitely Harry Kane, captain of England. He's done so much for his club. I know he was duped into staying at Spurs, but he's been a good servant for his club and country. So yeah, Harry Kane for me.
I think
that's
so.
an easy question.
You know why? Also, he is now.
I know why you asked that.
He's also the second highest footballer in the Premier League history. He's behind Alan Shearer, so he's like 50 more goals. Alan Shearer's on 260.
Yeah, but he's won nothing.
He's won nothing.
Okay, but Alan Shearer, wait, hold on. Alan Shearer won.
I like that for Kane.
Alan Shearer won one league title with Blackburn. Don't forget one league title. Yeah, I get it.
Aaron Shearer's career is more fulfilling.
Harry Kane doesn't have a single English trophy.
No,
one. He doesn't have Jack.
You can't
say fine. No, that's fine. But who's more skillful? Who's more skillful? Who's more skillful of those two?
Okay, Vim. Right at the end of the day, right when you retire, they don't look at how skillful you were. They look at what you freaking won.
I know. But on Joe's question, it was about, you know,
who would have a fulfilling career.
But if I was to add a little bit, add another tangent to that question, who is more skillful of those two?
Of course, it's Jack Grealish.
Of course,
it's Jack.
Joe, what do you think?
More skillful.
Well, they play two different positions.
In fact, Harry Kane might even be might still be skillful.
I agree.
More to his game.
I agree. I think Jack Grealish is more skillful, but
I haven't seen. He may be more skillful, but until I see it,
for next week.
But productivity, definitely Harry Kane. Kay, what do you think?
What was the question again? Who's the?
It was a double barrel question.
Was it the Grealish one? Like,
who's
ask it again.
More fulfilling career?
Joe, ask it again.
Look at Grealish as well. He's come through the Championship as well. Like he brought them up, so that's a big challenge. And he's won a league title. And he's scored
he's won a trophy.
Yeah, he won a league title. He's a league champion.
Yeah, he's won a league.
If City wins the Champions League, would that bring him over?
Didn't he win the championship? Didn't he win the championship title too? Plus the Premier League title. Yeah, he's won titles. Yeah.
So
I think
you're saying even if he wins the Champions League this season, if Jack Grealish wins the Champions League, you still won't think he has more fulfilling.
Jack needs to be in that starting 11. Jack needs to be in that starting 11 week in, week out.
No, he won't.
He needs to be a pivotal part of that team.
So who plays in Jack's position now? Who currently plays in Jack's position?
Who currently plays in Jack Grealish's position? Foden.
So Foden's keeping him out. So Foden's keeping Grealish out of the starting 11.
Yeah.
Foden's a bit more consistent though. That's why he gets a start ahead
And
of
he's a local
Grealish.
boy.
No,
He's more direct.
The thing
And
is,
he's
Jack Grealish is not
isn't
really.
he a poster boy? He's the poster
Jack
boy.
Grealish
there,
is not. Jack Grealish is not really a Pep player. If you ask me,
No,
he's not
he's
really
not.
a Pep type player, man. He's not. So that's just that simple. That's the reason why.
Right.
Do
Until
you
he
know why,
changes
do you
where
know
he
why they
plays.
tried to sign him and Harry Kane? It's to fulfill the English quartet. They've got too many foreign players. That's why they wanted
that's very
Kane.
true.
And then obviously
Yeah.
they got Grealish.
Okay.
It's all about
next
quotas,
week, Next week, I need you guys to be ready next week. We are doing United's biggest 20 flops, as in past or I think we should just stick with the past players.
20?
Baby.
So go do your research. Do your research.
Maguire.
That's not a flop.
You come up with your list, and we'll see if they come up. I'll have a list ready of United's biggest.
Present or past?
We're gonna do
all.
You want to do past? You want to do?
Let's include present. Let's include present.
Okay, let's do present, past, and present. 20 biggest flops. So we're gonna count them down from 20, and we're gonna come down to number 1, who's the king of the flops.
Wow.
As in, they were bought with this expectation. They failed. They didn't do much. They achieved nothing, and they were literally a waste of time and space.
That's hard enough.
It's not. It's not.
No,
just think about your.
Go
don't worry about numbering them. But
biggest flops and make your own list, and we'll have them ready on our Saturday chat next week because we have no games. It's international break, and I'm not sitting down watching England.
What we could do, present them 5 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of us going through it, a lot of lists.
Yeah.
So present them 5 at a time.
Bring your 5. Yeah. So you bring 5, bring 5, bring 5. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Maguire, Bebe.
You've already got
2, right?
I know my number 1 flop. I know. I wonder who's going to my biggest flop. Who's going to? I bet everyone's flop number 1 is going to be the same guy. I hope it is.
I don't think you will. I
don't know who your biggest flop is, man. Who is it?
It's Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez.
Oh, Sanchez.
He was 5
the mercenary.
The price is what does it for me.
The price, yeah.
Paul Carr was more of a flop than Sanchez.
400 a week, 5 goals in 47 games. Never.
Remember, Sanchez was double barrel. He dislodged a on-form Martial, kept him out of the World Cup, which France went ahead to win.
Yep.
And then he went and died. And all chances of us winning any trophy went with it. I mean,
did he die?
Yeah.
Don't forget there are players like
because remember, then
so not literally.
Oh yeah, he died on the pitch. I mean,
don't forget that we have players like Mkhitaryan, Di Maria, Falcao, Bebe, Maguire, Phil Jones,
Schneiderlin.
Just have your list
Schneiderlin.
of 5 players.
Oh my God.
Schneiderlin.
He was so good at Southampton, wasn't he?
Go on Google, get your 5 players. I'm gonna mix them all up. So get your combination and mix them all up and go.
What position did Google play?
He was the global position.
Woodward's best mate, Google.
So yes, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see who our biggest flops have been over the years. Past and present, it doesn't matter. Mix them all in. It's going to be interesting. I cannot see anyone beating Sanchez. I cannot see anyone worse.
What about Maguire? Does he make that list? For you?
Not for me. No, he won't.
He's a flop for me.
He's in the top. He'll be in the top 20, but not in the top 5.
I think he'll make my top 5. That guy's a complete clown, honestly.
Then if he is, then how would you put? Would you say Phil Jones is a flop?
No, but I think Phil Jones is just unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah, Maguire is an entitled flop.
Right.
The price tag makes him a big flop as well.
Do we also include managers?
No.
That'll be another show. That's another show.
No, that's
another show.
Okay.
The worst, United's biggest flops is some players have been a total dud. I mean, a waste of space. I mean, Pogba might come for some of you guys' list. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. No sentiments attached. No offense to these players, but it is what it is.
Did you hear that joke? That what was his name? Joyce or something? in Man United club. He said there was no point buying Pogba back for 89 million. We had someone better and stronger than you, from the academy.
Wow.
And he's referring to Scott McTominay, that he would have been a better and stronger player for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Who said that? Was it Warren Joyce?
Warren Joyce. Yeah, he said it as a quip. He said it as a quip, but he said it was not. I think he said it as a joke, but he was implying that we paid too much to bring you back.
Pogba's won the Europa.
No, but it's not about what he's won elsewhere. It's what he's done for Man United.
Yeah, but Pogba
he's a
£90
million failure. Anyway, that's another show. That's another show.
That's actually next week's show.
Get your flops.
Next week's show.
Get your flops. Next week's show. That's the biggest United flops, and that's where we're heading. Don't forget, we have players like Di Maria,
Top of the flops, yeah.
Memphis Depay. There's so many of them that went through the cracks, that slipped out, came in and disappeared.
And the fact they were talking about bringing Depay back, I think, what? That's crazy, man.
I think when he left, right? I think, you see, when we bought Depay, Louis van Gaal was not feeling him, even though they're both fellow Dutch. Depay was a show pony to him, like whatever. Then Mourinho just did not find him out. Mourinho shipped him out. He went to Lyon, and he was the main man at Lyon, and he was the man. He was literally the man.
But to consider to bring him back after he was a flop,
I know.
I mean, that's just bizarre. What thinking is going on here?
That's United for you. But this is where we are. But yeah, we have a lot of players. There's so many of them there are so many players. I have a list. I've got my list ready to go.
You're hyped up. You're hyped up for the next show.
I'm ready because there are some players that you think like, how the hell did we even? What were we thinking?
No, man. Disasters.
Right, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm not even looking forward to international break because I don't watch international football anymore. Only when it's World Cup or Euros. Friendly,
you know what?
This League of Nations, not my cup of tea. I ain't got
you know what? Maybe it's time to
get them warmed up.
Yeah, but maybe it's time that we also dip into other sports and then see why we love football so much.
Oh yeah, that's why we have the integration of how football is compared to basketball, American football, and it's a good mix. That's why it's good to have the American and the UK based crossovers. So yeah,
like K will watch rugby and think, nah, fuck that. Come back to football.
The funny thing, I used to like rugby. I used to like watching rugby.
I can't stand it.
It's all right.
It's okay, but
it's posh boy American football,
it's a posh boy sport. Joe, what you don't know, the people who play rugby it's elite people. Rich kids play rugby. It's not, you don't have a lot of rich kids playing football. Football is seen as a poor man's sport.
Rugby is it's like you have your Ivy League universities. Yeah, we have our top universities, and they all promote rugby.
Oxford and Cambridge, they promote rugby and cricket before football.
Yeah, rugby and rowing, exactly.
Yeah, rich folks are built different. Over here, they do rowing. They don't do no contact sports, nothing like that. You know?
Yeah, but it's rugby is a softer version of American football. No armor.
Oh, for sure.
No headgear. So they don't knock each other out. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I've seen some of these international.
That's why it's from the schooling. So promoted from school, from primary school.
So is rugby not a cheap sport? I mean,
it's not cheap, mate.
You have to have money.
It's not cheap to play rugby.
You have to have money.
Why do you
have to have money?
Why do you need money? It's just one ball.
It's seen as a upper class sport. Not upper class, but it's seen. Football is seen as the poor man's sport. But even though it's the most lucrative in terms of money,
upper class sports are upper class sports because there's like a price barrier needed to play them. Tennis, golf, and not too many people buying golf clubs, but rugby, that's a relatively cheap sport to play. Why is it that it's not played?
Yeah,
because there's only the elite schools that promote it.
Yeah,
it's all to do spectatorship as well. The rich folk, they like to watch rugby.
Yeah.
And we've got two types: rugby union, rugby league. And if you have the physicality to be a sportsman in rugby, then you would go and do it. If you are a smaller stature or a shorter guy, then you would go and do some of the other sports like, I don't know, clay pigeon shooting or golf or some other stuff.
football is a gentleman's game played by thugs, and rugby is a thug game played by gentlemen.
So football is definitely working class. Even in all of the top universities, football is still considered working class.
It's a working
I
class.
heard the South Africans say that
game.
in
that's where it comes
Nelson
from.
Mandela
That's where it
movie.
originated from. It's a way of looking down on the football.
It's interesting, cultural differences and cultural awareness of sports. That's a good topic.
If you notice, literally 90% of today's football players, professionally, if you look at the background, all came from impoverished background. That's in their parents struggled, they played football, no kids, barefoot. Just look at it. From the South Americans to the Europeans, it was always hardship. Their parents were never like a doctor or a lawyer. Nah, it was always mother struggling, father struggling, father was an alcoholic. But now they are earning money, but where they started from was
that's why they lose it. That's why a lot of the footballers lose their money. Whereas rugby players, you don't really hear them going broke because they all came from private education.
Exactly. Private schools, private education, elite schools. But football, you have people like Ronaldinho or Ronaldo, they came from playing football on the street, no boots, no socks on, just pure rugby is you can't play down the road. It's like a rich man's sport. That's why these players of today started from so much hardship in their backgrounds growing up. The South Americans tend to appreciate the sports more. Like you see Anthony saying, you don't know what my parents went through when we're training. You had drug dealers. That was the mentality and the society they grew up with. You see what I mean? To come and be earning 200,000 a week, like what the hell? You see what I mean? So the South Americans, the Europeans, even some African players, they know what they went through. That sport is it's not rich man's sport. It's like street sport, and your skill takes you to your level. Your skill takes you to your level. If you're a good footballer, you could go all the way.
So you're saying then in most working class neighborhoods and most working class schools, they don't have a rugby team?
Not really. No, football's number one, man.
Oh,
number one. Football's it's the most popular sport in UK, in Europe, number one. But in schools, say like you go to university, soccer won't be number one. It'll be rugby first, then cricket, then football. But regular schools, public schools, it's football.
It's football.
Because it's public, it's regular people. Working class people, 9 to 5 people. But we're going to people who they come from old money, rich money, rugby, cricket.
And jumpers for goalposts. You can put a jumper there, you can buy a football, you can play anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas rugby, it's harder to play, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't play rugby. You
gotta have a referee for the scrums.
You could take your shoes and make a goalpost. Put your shoes there. That's what they're goalposts.
Just shoot on your own.
Yeah,
on rugby, your own. You need to pass the ball to someone.
No, so it's a different culture altogether. So, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure seeing you guys. A great show today. We talked a lot about global sports and global intertwining of football and American football and basketball and modernization against tradition. But it is where we are. Vim, an absolute pleasure. We didn't see our princess today. Say hello to her.
She's here. We've got guests, but next time she'll be on the show.
Right, no worries.
Yeah.
We'll send her invoices in the post.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for joining us. I know you had we make sure Joe fixes your ticket. You logged in for
ticket. I hope that ticket's getting sorted. Yeah?
Did Joe fix it yet? Joe fixed it yet?
Your monitor, your video.
I've determined. I'm closing the ticket. I've determined it's user error.
Is it a picnic error? Was it picnic? Problem in chair, not in computer.
Right. So Joe, thanks a lot for joining us, and I'll greet that best. So guys, see you guys on the next one. We've got no football this week, but with just anything breaking news, I'll come up. But we've got the big flops next weekend. See you guys.
Top of the flops.
So we're gonna crown who's number one, United's biggest flop of all time. That's a prize. That's a crown there to be United's biggest number one flop. And see if we all agree with that. All right, gentlemen, have a nice weekend. Stay blessed, stay safe. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Joe, how's our Spotify going? All good?
It's going good. Okay, so
Vim, are you aware about Spotify?
Yeah. So Joe's in charge of. Are we still recording? Yeah, we are.
Yes.
So Joe's in charge of Spotify, eh?
Yeah, so he loads
I've
up
been
like this
placed
one
in
now.
charge of Spotify.
Yeah, so
Well,
he's
we
the
gotta
Spotify guy.
promote the channel, man. We gotta
Okay, so I
send
know you
links
wanted
and
me-
everything.
Hey Tim, I know you wanted me to post all the past ones, but the thing is, you can only do it chronologically. So if I added
fine.
them, it would be past videos earlier than later videos. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So I could just start moving forward from there.
Yeah.
And then just keep it that way.
Bro,
Okay.
it's in your hands. That's your section. So I'm good.
Alright.
Because a friend of mine went on it and said, "Oh wow, that's so cool." So he's been following it on. He's been saying when he's driving to work, he just puts it on Spotify.
It's perfect for
Oh,
it's
that's
perfect
what's
when you're driving long distance,
Yeah. So
like between states or driving from north to south. Yeah.
To go
But
watch
you know
the
what?
All-Star game?
Yeah. But Joe, change it from a P4 to a P2 now.
P4 to a P2?
Yeah, change it from a P4 to a P2.
So it's not a major incident. It's not.
It's not a major incident, but it's a P2. It's urgent.
That's a P2. Just becoming
Urgent.
a P1 major crisis.
You know, priority for tickets.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are,
P4,
oh my
P3,
God.
P2,
Yeah,
P1.
man.
Come on.
Oh, you didn't catch it? You didn't catch it?
No, I'm
Terminology.
No,
What do you call it over there?
We
It's
just say
same,
priority.
Priority, yeah, which is P.
Okay.
P4,
Oh, urgent.
P3,
P4
P2.
as a
Yeah.
regular, no major impact. P3,
Yeah.
okay, needs to be looked at. P2, okay, this
Yeah.
needs to be a P1.
Let's-
Oh, the business is down. Productivity is affected. Money's being lost. Get everyone on an incident chat. Let's knock it out. Yeah. All right, guys.
So P2 now, yeah?
Yeah,
Joe?
so P2.
P2.
So
P2.
You said case ticket is now closed. It's a user
Case
error.
ticket was a P4, isn't it?
Case ticket is closed. I'm sure if you did it again, like when you're done with this, start up your own session, right, by yourself and see how you can make the changes instead of trying to do it live. That's my recommendation for you. Right.
So try
Wise
before you come
words.
on and
Wise words.
have to go horizontal. So okay, he's sending you the
homework. The homework.
homework.
I've got my homework.
There
Thank
you
That's
go.
your documentation.
All right, gentlemen. See you next week. Take care.
Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah.
Bye.